on the good stuff. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Actual speeds vary. Not guaranteed.
A happy place comes in many colors. Whatever your color, bring happiness home with Certexpro painters and make your happy place your home. Certexpro painters. That's painting happy. During our spring sales event, get 10% off any home painting project $2,500 or more when you schedule before May 15th at participating locations. Get started today at Certexpro.com. We proudly use Sherwin-Williams paint.
Feels like home.
The lights have just gone out here at Intrust Bank Arena in Wichita as Texas Tech and Drake gear up for this second round matchup. Winner to play the 10-seed Arkansas in the Sweet 16 Thursday in San Francisco. It's the first ever meeting between the Red Raiders and the Drake Bulldogs, but a fun angle to this game is they actually scrimmaged before the season in Lubbock back in November. And we asked Texas Tech head coach Grant McCaslin to compare the Drake team here in March to the one they played right before the season in that scrimmage.
Their defensive effort and their cumulative rebounding physical force is as good as anybody in the country. It really is. I mean, a lot of people want to talk about how great they are offensively, and it is elite, but their defensive effort from when we started playing them there and the way those other guys have improved, it's awesome to see.
And Drake has the second best scoring defense in America behind only Houston, who we will see later tonight. Time for the keys to the game, sponsored by Realtors. Buying a home can be a lot, but with the ethical expertise of a Realtor, you don't have to do it alone. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. Casey, let's start with Drake, the 11 seed.
Yeah, their key is pace. Drake needs to make Texas Tech play the game to their beat, which is slow and deliberate on offense, but really stingy on defense. Drake leads the country in steals percentage and had 13 steals on Thursday against Missouri. Their style is really hard to play against. Can Drake force 13 or more turnovers again tonight is my question for Texas Tech. Their key, they have to play this game from the inside out. Ted, you and I saw shooting 46 three-pointers like they did on Thursday is not the recipe for success in this game. Drake's defense is very good, but Drake is small. Their tallest starter is 6'8", and teams have been shooting a really high percentage against Drake at the rim, 53% from two against them on the season. So get JT topping the ball. He's got to take more than 8 shots, which is what he had on Thursday night.
And those 46 three-point attempts were an NCAA tournament record the other night against UNCW for Texas Tech. We check the starting lineup, sponsored by Cintas. Workdays are better when you partner with Cintas. Keep your team protected, prepared, and looking great. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday. For Texas Tech, Elijah Hawkins is the point guard from our nation's capital. The Minnesota transfer was a rebound shy of a triple-double in the first round with 14 points, 10 assists, and 9 boards. Christian Anderson, the freshman from Atlanta, he was born in Berlin, makes his start once again for the injured Chance McMillan. Anderson had 7 points on 2 of 9 shooting in his NCAA tournament debut. Kerwin Walton had a career day in the first round. The three-point gunner, career-high 27 points, 8 threes against UNCW, fifth-year senior from Hopkins, Minnesota. On the wing, Darian Williams, 6'6" junior, averaging 14 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. And JT Toppin, the Big 12 Player of the Year and second-team All-American in the middle, averaging a team-high 18 points and 9 rebounds. For Drake, Bennett Sturtz, the star point guard, 6'4" junior, averaging 19 points to lead the Missouri Valley this year. He was the Player of the Year in that conference. Mitch Mascari, the shooter, 41% from 3 on the season. Also, Isaiah Jackson at a guard position, fifth-year senior, and Daniel Abreu up front, fifth-year senior, averaging 10 points. Those 4 players all transferred from Northwest Missouri State, the Division II school where Ben McCollum came from. McCollum won 4 Division II national titles there. And Cam Maniau occupies the middle for Drake, 6'8" sophomore, averaging 7 points and 5 rebounds, the transfer from Wyoming. Texas Tech is the 3 seed, the white jerseys, red numbers, and black trim. Drake, blue jerseys, and white numbers. Time now for the opening tip, sponsored by AutoZone. Free battery testing, free battery charging, and replacement batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes AutoZone America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Doug Schaus, Marcus Pettigrew, and Nate Harris, the officials. Winner to the Bay Area. San Francisco for the Sweet 16. Ball in the air. Texas Tech wins the tip. They travel right to left. Elijah Hawkins hops into the forecourt. Lob it high right for JT Toppin. He works against Cam Magnow. Mid-block right. Backing him down. Abreu comes with the dig. Toppin tried to pass to the perimeter, and it's stolen by Abreu. So already a steal by Drake. They had 13 of them, Casey, as you mentioned, in the first round against Missouri. High right for Cam Magnow. Drake operating to our right. Backdoor cut Mascari. Spilled out of bounds. Work it to the perimeter. Abreu. Skip pass left. Magnow. Shovel it to Bennett Sturtz. Baseline floater is good, and Drake leads 2-0.
Bennett Sturtz can hit you in any different way. I call him a 4-level scorer. From 3, mid-range, at the rim, and at the foul line.
Darian Williams has it for Texas Tech. Short corner left. Back to the basket against Abreu. In the lane, turning. Right-handed hook shot is good, and we're tied at 2.
And besides JT Toppin, the second best post player for Grant McCaslin's team is their wing, Darian Williams.
So stout at 6'6", 225 pounds. Hybrid player for Tech. Sturtz has it up top. The lob inside. Magnow catches it. Contact from Anderson. Handoff to Jackson. Back to the perimeter, and Bennett Sturtz. 7 to shoot for Drake. Sturtz bounce pass Abreu to the foul line. Left corner 3 wide open. Jackson missed it short. Tapped out of bounds by Darian Williams, and Drake has a new shot clock.
Ted, the best way to describe Drake in his first 2 offensive possessions is surgical. They are patient. They pass up good shots that other teams would take, and they keep the ball moving.
They operate at the slowest tempo in the country, but what did Mitch Mascari tell us the other day? We're not designed to be slow. We're designed to be patient, take a great shot. Pass to the perimeter. Abreu up top with a 3. That bounces off the rim, and Toppin secures the rebound for Texas Tech.
That was a wide open 3 at the top of the key.
Hawkins out front, inside Toppin, and he scores with his left hand, his dominant hand. 4-2 Texas Tech.
Yeah, that was a ball screen at the very top of the key. 2 guys go with the ball handler, and no one tags the roll.
So Toppin on the board, had a double-double in the first round victory. Abreu gives it to Sturtz. He traces the arc left to right. Left-handed dribble, switches to his right, guarded by the bigger Williams. Sturtz tunnels into the lane. Kick it left corner. Abreu, three-pointer right down the chute. And Drake leads 5-4.
That's what he does. Abreu loves that left corner. It's his 50th made 3 of the season.
Ben McCollum told us that Abreu was nervous. He was out of sorts in the first round. He said he's going to be better. We're already seeing it. A steal and now a 3. Williams high right in front of Ben McCollum, Drake's head coach. Now backing down Mascari. Out front to Anderson. Repost. Williams turns and banks it home, middle of the lane.
Williams is going to be a matchup problem. Both Toppin and Williams are stronger and wider than anybody that Drake has on the floor right now.
A couple of buckets for Darian Williams. Texas Tech leads 6-5. We've played almost 3 minutes. Sturtz left of the circle 3. Clangs off the rim. Toppin with another rebound. Texas Tech right to left. Hawkins flips it to Williams. Hash mark right side. Screen from Toppin. Williams picks up the dribble. Nice. Down low, Toppin goes reverse side. And he scoops it in with the left for his second basket.
Yeah, Darian Williams faked the pass to the top of the key. It was almost a no-look lob over the top of the defense. Toppin with 2 buckets already.
An 8-5 Texas Tech lead. Williams has 4. Toppin has 4. Sturtz on the C and march at midcourt. Finds Isaiah Jackson left wing. Slash in. Kick to Abreu. 10 to shoot. Into the short corner to Jackson on the right. Now Sturtz on the right wing against Hawkins. Into the corner, Jackson. 3, 2 on the timer. Turns against Anderson. And his jumper is good from 15.
Isaiah Jackson is a reluctant shooter. He only took 1 shot. He is out there to play defense and get rebounds. He only shot that ball because he had to.
8-7 Texas Tech. 16:05 remaining first half. Toppin drives to the right baseline, and he's fouled. Contact there from the Drake defense. Daniel Abreu commits the first foul of the game.
So what we are seeing with JT Toppin post touches is not an immediate double team. They are waiting until maybe his second bounce. It's a delayed double team coming from the top, and that time they fouled him though.
By the way, JT Toppin, no relation to the former Dayton star, Obi Toppin. Also Jacob Toppin, of course, the former high flyer at Kentucky. JT from the Dallas area. And he's making a name for himself at Texas Tech. Kevin Overton, the Drake transfer, is checked in for Tech. In for Darian Williams. Inbound to Toppin, mid-block right against Tavion Banks. Drake 6-man, and he missed it. Too strong, off the window, no rim.
Thought he got away with the foul, Banks. He went into the body of Toppin. They let it go.
Banks, the sixth man of the year in the Missouri Valley Conference this year. Banks has it out front. Pitch it to Sturts. Free throw line extended right. Two-man game with Banks. Back to Sturts. Bounce it to Banks on the roll. And he contorts his body back to the basket. He flicks it in. Drake's up 9-8. Banks had 15 points and 9 rebounds in the first round win over Missouri. Toppin has it in the corner right side. Again, bodying up against Banks. To the right wing and Elijah Hawkins. Goes behind the back against Isaiah Jackson. Straight away, Christian Anderson on the M in March. Mitch Mascari watching. 5 to shoot. We played 5 minutes. Anderson down the left lane line. Right-handed scoop is good. He blew by him. Texas Tech takes the lead.
Against Drake's defense, which is very physical, you're looking for those points after contact. There's going to be bodies. Play through it.
10-9 Texas Tech. Banks has it left of the circle for Drake. Handoff to Mascari. Stop at the left elbow. Feed Banks. Foul line push shot is good. Just inside the free throw line. And Drake back in front, 11-10.
Octavian Banks is picking up right where he left off. I thought he was brilliant off the bench against Missouri. 15 points, 9 rebounds, and already making an impact.
Junior college transfer from Kansas City. About 200 miles to the east from here in Wichita. Kerwin Walton had the career day on the left wing with it for Tech. Over to Anderson out front. He curves the arc right to left. Ball in his left hip. Bounce it to Toppin. 8 to shoot. Toppin turns baseline and scores again with the left hand. JT Toppin has 6. 12-11 Red Raiders.
JT Toppin is left-handed. I know that Drake defenders know that, but they opened up and allowed him to get to his strong hand.
Jackson right of the circle with it for Drake. Over to Banks on the left side. Sturts comes off a curl, drive and kick. Touch it to Jackson, swing it left to Mascari. Bounce it to Banks, free throw line extended left. Mascari cut off by Kerwin Walton. Banks a foul line jumper. It grazes the front of the rim. And Kerwin Walton snags the rebound for Texas Tech. Hawkins slashes right to left across the timeline. Finds Overton left and back to Hawkins. 13:30 mark first half. 12-11 Texas Tech here in the second round in Wichita. Hawkins zigging and zagging into the lane. Over to the left wing and Overton, the former Drake Bulldog. Overton working against Mascari on the perimeter. 7 to shoot. Overton slashing in. Overton right-handed scoop short. And Drake corrals the rebound. Bennett Sturts left to right. Sturts, the Larry Bird Trophy Award winner as the Missouri Valley Conference Player of the Year. Has it high right against Elijah Hawkins. Off a screen from Banks, over to Jackson, handoff Sturts. Hawkins is in his jersey, couldn't release the 3. 10 to shoot. Sturts trying to post Hawkins up now. Past the height advantage. Turnaround, fall-away jumper is good for Bennett Sturts.
Elijah Hawkins only 5'11". Yeah, he is strong, but I think that Ben McCollum, Drake's head coach, would love to have that matchup back to the basket with Sturts.
Sturts with 4. Drake leads 13-12. 12:30 to go first half. Texas Tech shooting to our left. Hawkins, hash mark right. Out front, Walton. One dribble, fall away. Three-pointer off the mark over Sturts. And Isaiah Jackson corrals the rebound. Texas Tech started this game with 8 tries inside the arc. That was their first 3-point attempt.
That's exactly what Grant McCastle was talking to him about before this game started. We got to have better balance.
After 46 3-point attempts in the first round, Daniel Abreu cans a 3 from the right corner for Drake, and the Bulldogs are up 16-12.
Ted, Abreu's home office is the corners. That's where he sets up. He sends all of his emails.
Doesn't matter if it's the left corner or the right corner. Overton to the left elbow for Tech. Anderson fumbles the pass on the left wing. Up top to Hawkins. Hawkins around the arc. Lob it to Overton. Came to meet it. 7 to shoot. Going reverse side. Lob it to Hawkins. Cut off by Jackson. Head down, and Hawkins draws the foul. Boy, Elijah Hawkins was in all kinds of trouble, and the foul is called. I don't think you agree.
That was a terrible call. 1.9 seconds to go on the shot clock. That was good defense, and they got bailed out.
Timeout on the court, sponsored by Rocket. Own the dream. With 11:33 to play in the first half, it's Drake 16, Texas Tech 12. From the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, this is the men's basketball tournament.
Was the plan. The family that vacations together stays together. At least, that was the plan. Except now, the Dastardly desk clerk is saying he can't confirm your connecting rooms.
Wait, what?
That's right, ma'am. You have rooms 201 and 709.
No, we cannot be 5 floors away from our kids.
The doors have double locks. They'll be fine.
When you want connecting rooms confirmed before you arrive, it matters where you stay.
Welcome to Hilton. I see your connecting rooms are already confirmed.
Hilton, for the stay.
There's nothing more defeating than a bracket busted during the first few rounds. Clearly, you didn't have the right stats and data to make the right pick. Don't make the same mistake with hiring for your small business. Find top-tier talent in the right place with LinkedIn. LinkedIn has professionals you can't find anywhere else, including those who aren't actively looking for a new job, but might be open to the perfect role. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/SXM. That's linkedin.com/SXM. Terms and conditions apply.
You can just move through life, or you can find the things that move you. It's your choice. Choose joy. Choose the road. Choose your shot. Take it. Choose to get in there. Choose your calling. Choose your path. Just choose. We craft cars for those who choose to do more than simply move. You know who you are. Mazda. Move and be moved.
I wake up.
Pro Savings Days are back at Lowe's with limited time savings on the supplies pros need. Get up to 40% off select major appliances. Plus, save an additional $100 on every $1,000 you spend on select major appliances. And don't miss your chance to activate and earn 3 times the points on select DeWalt and Klein tools. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 3/28. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See associate or Lowe's.com for more details on qualifying items.
To go first half. Let's check each team's tournament resume, sponsored by Monster.com. Monster.com helps you slam dunk the job search and make your next career move. Monster.com provides great coaching and millions of job openings. Get off the bench and go to Monster.com today. Texas Tech 26-8 on the year, the second place team in the Big 12 at 15-5 in conference play. Drake 31-3. School record 31 victories. They're in their 3rd consecutive tournament. They won the Missouri Valley with a record of 17-3. That was our first official timeout, by the way, so we will have our next timeout on the next whistle. 11:30 to go. Texas Tech shooting to our left. Into Walton. His floater is no good from 8 feet. Drake grabs the rebound.
Was that a 2-point field goal attempt that I just saw?
From Kerwin Walton after he had none of them in the first round game.
19 3-pointers attempted in Thursday, 0 2-pointers.
Incredible. With a career-high 27 points. Cale Combs with a floater at the other end for Drake. In the middle of the lane, 8 feet away. Drake up 18-12. They've scored 7 in a row. Darian Williams is back on the floor for Texas Tech. He slants to his left. To Overton up top. Right wing 3 for Christian Anderson. Off target. Williams, the weak side offensive rebound. He muscles it in with a foul. So Darian Williams making an impact in his return to the court after the early breather, and we've got another timeout with that whistle. 10:49 to play first half. It's Drake 18, Texas Tech 14. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Gain Super Flings are here to take your laundry to the next level.
Talking about Gain Super Flings. Super-sized laundry packs. These things are huge. Super fresh, super clean. Gain Super Flings.
Gain Super Flings laundry packs have 4 times the Oxy cleaning power and 3 times the Febreze freshness versus Gain Original Liquid.
Super fresh, super clean. Gain Super Flings.
Gain Super Flings for next level laundry.
I'm at a smoothie bar asking people if they'd switch smoothies with me for $574.
Oh, I'll switch.
So what about $574 if you switch your home insurance to Allstate?
That's a headache.
Nope, it's painless.
Oh, so it's easy money.
Yep, check Allstate first and you could save hundreds on quality home insurance today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Not available in every state. Based on the national average annual savings for new home insurance customers surveyed in 2023 who switched to Allstate and reported savings. Savings vary.
Your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. With Indeed Sponsored Jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for relevant candidates so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Plus, with Indeed Sponsored Jobs, there are no monthly subscriptions, and you only pay for results. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
You know what I love about spring? It's a season of change, and that means it's time for a closet refresh. Enter Kohl's. With the extra 15% off they have going on, I saved on the latest styles for my entire family, like a cute dress for myself, linen shorts for my husband, and spring jackets for my kids. Just add sunshine and we're set. All thanks to Kohl's. Select styles, some exclusions apply. 15% offer ends March 23rd. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Ted Emmerich and Casey Jacobson here at our Grainger broadcast position in Wichita, Kansas. For the ones who get it done, there's Grainger, offering professional-grade products for all industries, fast delivery, and free technical support. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. 10:49 mark, first half. Here in the second round of the NCAA tournament, the 11 seed Drake in front of the 3 seed Texas Tech, 18-14. Darian Williams will be at the line for the Red Raiders out of the timeout, trying to cap off a three-point play. It's clear this is a completely different game plan for Texas Tech compared to what we saw in the first round. 12 of their 14 points have come in the paint, nothing from downtown yet.
Absolutely, 12 points in the paint, and all 12 have been scored by the combination of J.T. Toppin and Darian Williams. So it's clear where Texas Tech wants to go. But Texas Tech having a really hard time going up against Drake's methodical offense. Drake shooting 67% right now, Ted. 0 turnovers. Texas Tech has not made them feel uncomfortable in any way.
And Drake balanced 5 different scores already for the Bulldogs. As Williams steps to the line, he exhales, he dribbles 3 times, he spins the ball in his hands, lets it go, front rim board, and it drops through. 18-15 Drake.
That was the first free throw for either team, by the way, in this game.
How about that?
Been free-flowing.
Didn't have that first time out until almost 9 minutes in. At the left elbow, Cale Combs was looking for Sturtz inside. He was cutting. Instead, Mascari at the foul line. Bounce it back to Combs. Handoff to Isaiah Howard, the freshman who's checked in. 6 to shoot. Mascari at the right elbow. Stumbles against Walton. Turnaround, desperation heave off the mark. And Federico, the big, the transfer from Pittsburgh, with the rebound for Texas Tech. Anderson handles out high and hand it to Darian Williams, being checked by the freshman Howard, who poked the ball out of his hands. Williams has to go into the backcourt to retrieve it. That's okay, no turnover. Williams hustles back, 12 to shoot now, 10 minutes to go in the first half. Williams launches a 3 from the right wing, and it rattles home. So he almost lost it from a turnover to a triple.
He picked the ball up like the opposite baseline. He gets 15 seconds to dribbles the full length of the court and shoots a 3.
Williams has 10 of Texas Tech's 18, and we're tied at 18. Combs in the left baseline for Drake. Lob it back to Sturtz, high left. Guarded by Anderson off the screen from Combs into the corner. Sturtz bounce it to Manyow, and he is hacked by Darian Williams, who raises his right index finger in the air like he would on any court. Yep, that's on me.
Ted, beautiful basketball from Bennett Sturtz, who doesn't force anything. He gets the ball in the middle lane. If he doesn't have it right there, he whipped a pass to the corner, but you saw he didn't stand. After he passes the ball, he chases the ball, gets a handoff, and then finds Manyow. He is so hard to guard because he's constantly moving.
Manyow at the line, just a 48% foul shooter, but he drills the first. Download the brand new Westwood One Sports app and catch every minute of the men's and women's NCAA tournament anytime, anywhere. Don't be left out. Get the Westwood One Sports app today. I loved how Ben McCollum put it yesterday when we talked with him, Casey. Bennett Sturtz is the gravity. Everything revolves around him.
It's easy to see why. He's so efficient, and he has the ball in his hands pretty much 90% of every possession for Drake.
Manyow hit them both. Drake up 20-18. Manyow checks out. Tavion Banks is back in for Drake. Under 9:30 to play first half in Wichita. Arkansas awaits the winner in the Sweet 16. Williams down the right lane line, had his shot blocked, got it back, and Williams banks it home. Darian Williams has a dozen, and we're knotted up at 20.
Drake defensively, while good, have no answer right now for Darian Williams, who's just driving strong to his right hand.
Sturts has it high left, stops at the arc, feed Banks, touch it right back to Sturts. He curves around Elijah Hawkins, turnaround jumper from 10, way off to the left. And Overton, the former Drake Bulldog, with the rebound for Texas Tech. Ahead to Hawkins, far side of the floor, lob into the post, a returning Toppin has it. He turns and he banks it in. 22-20, Texas Tech.
That was like a transition post-up. Drake's defense hadn't been set yet, and Toppin ducked in and got deep position.
It's a 10-2 Red Raider run. Texas Tech fans on their feet. Sturts bounces it to a cutting Combs. Toppin denies it, grabs the rebound. Ahead to Elijah Hawkins. Hand it to Williams. Back to Hawkins. In rhythm. Three-pointer straight on. Is off the mark. And Banks brings in the rebound for Drake. Sturts bounds into the forecourt. Left to right far side. And a foul called as Sturts ran into Hawkins. Hawkins committing the personal.
And of course, Bennett Sturts being the gentleman that he is, he helps Elijah Hawkins off the floor. A lot of times you see guys just step over opponents and now wait for your teammate to do that, but I like the sportsmanship here. This guy plays with a poise and a confidence that's truly unique.
Get good at money so you can be a little bad. Invest well at Empower.com. Of course, Bennett Sturts' expression does not change one bit. So stoic. No look, hook pass to Abreu, dribbles to the left elbow. Out of the left wing, and Isaiah Jackson, 9 to shoot. Mascari on the Ian Madness. To the left wing, Jackson. He cuts into the lane, 4-3, pivots, finds Abreu. Jumper from the key, pops out. And Toppin has another rebound for Texas Tech, his fourth. Hawkins crosses the timeline right to left for Texas Tech. Feeds Toppin down the left lane line. Gathers against Banks. He throws it up. Draws the foul.
Yeah, I thought that was a travel. He took one extra step, but he also got fouled while doing that.
So JT Toppin is fouled, and we've got a timeout. The first foul of the game on Tavion Banks. 7:39 to play first half in Wichita. Texas Tech with a 22-20 lead over Drake. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
I need new rotors.
When you buy 2 Duralast rotors during our spring sale, you get Duralast brake pads free.
Free?
With the rotors.
Well, that's great. What if I need extra stopping power?
You can upgrade to Duralast Gold pads for just $10.
So Duralast pads are free?
Yep.
And an upgrade is just $10?
That's right. Part of the spring sale at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
In the face of uncertainty, some things remain steady. Like the Cummins 2027 X15. Built on 25 plus years of experience and delivering up to 4% better fuel efficiency in a weight-neutral system, the X15 gives you the strength to move forward fearlessly and confidence that no matter the obstacle, you can and will rise above it. The 2027 X15, forever rising. Estimates based on preliminary testing. Individual results may vary.
And that is why many of the greatest feats of fandom require you to be on your feet. Any questions?
Professor, NCAA men's basketball is back. Are we ready?
You prepared to show up, show out, give it 110 from tip to the final buzzer? Oh, you're ready. March Madness. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Buy your seats today at ncaa.com/MVB tickets.
With Marriott Bonvoy, take your game day rituals on the road. No matter how you show your team spirit, find a stay for your style when you explore our entire world of hotel brands and experiences. Marriott Bonvoy has a brand for every kind of fan. Marriott Bonvoy, official hotel partner of the NCAA. Explore more at marriottbonvoy.com/NCAA.
22-20 Texas Tech over Drake. 7:39 to play in the first half here in Wichita. Second round action in the NCAA tournament. Time for the Coles fact of the game. Drake, the 11 seed. The Bulldogs have never advanced to the Sweet 16. Tournament was expanded 40 years ago. They appeared in the round of 16 from 1969 to 1971, but the Sweet 16 was their first game back then. That's what's up for grabs for Drake here tonight. That's the fact of the game, sponsored by Kohl's. Make this spring a stylish one with on-trend looks for every occasion when you shop at Kohl's and Kohl's.com, where families come first. And again, what a remarkable run this Drake team has put together. Ben McCollum in his first year from D2, bringing 4 of his players from Northwest Missouri State. From D2 Drake to round of 32 Drake.
Yeah, and they've shown that they are more than capable against power opponents before this tournament started, as JT Toppin misses his first free throw of 2. They beat Vanderbilt in the non-conference. They beat Miami. They beat Kansas State. And, of course, on Thursday, they beat Missouri. So they're confident. And you mentioned these two teams scrimmaged before the season started.
Toppin hits the second free throw. 23-20. By the way, Texas Tech won that scrimmage by 9 points. Both coaches said yesterday that score was irrelevant. Yeah. You know how those secret scrimmages go. Sturge attacks from the right side for Drake, throws it up against Hawkins. Oh, it bounced off the back of the rim. Looked like it was on its way down in reverse direction. Texas Tech hustling right to left. Toppin, finger roll with the left hand. Red Raiders flying in transition. And a timeout for Ben McCollum and Drake as Texas Tech opens up a 5-point lead, their largest of the game. 7:16 mark in the first half. We've got a timeout. 25-20, Texas Tech over Drake. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Monster.com helps you slam dunk the job search and make your next career move. With great coaching and millions of job openings, Monster.com empowers you to score your next position and win the job hunt. Get off the bench and go to Monster.com today.
This is the story of the one. He's responsible for keeping a leading healthcare facility clean and safe. And he trusts Grainger's high-quality HVAC cleaning and safety products, combined with their world-class supply chain, to consistently deliver, ensuring he's covered inside and out, so he can focus on keeping his facility clean to help protect the health of everyone inside. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Without maintenance teams behind the scenes, everything stops. Even the game. Lights, broadcast equipment, cooling, you ensure the assets that matter most work. MaintainX was built for professionals like you. A modern maintenance app that helps manage work orders, schedule maintenance, and track inventory. So keep the madness on the court, not in your operations. Try MaintainX free at maintainx.com/MVP. That's maintain in the letter x.com/MVP.
Something amazing is happening in meteorology. Climate researchers are weathering a data storm. That's because CDW transformed their devices and infrastructure to pre-configured Lenovo ThinkPads and powerful edge-to-cloud solutions, delivering faster insights to run more accurate forecast models. So it's almost like they're controlling the weather themselves. Lenovo and CDW. Make amazing happen. Learn more at cdw.com/Lenovo Client.
Hi, it's me, your USPS Ground Advantage shipment. Just left the warehouse.
I know. Just got the notification.
Made it.
Yes, I know. I get all the updates.
Stay in the know with USPS Ground Advantage service. Visit USPS.com/in-the-know.
Tamrick, Casey Jacobson here at our Grainger broadcast position in Wichita, Kansas. Gain a winning edge for your business with Grainger. Get fast delivery of industrial-grade supplies to help keep your operations going when you call 1-800-GRAINGER or click Grainger.com. Biggest lead of the game, which has been tightly contested so far. Texas Tech up 25-20 over Drake. 7:16 to go in the first half. And it's clear, Casey, Darian Williams and JT Toppin are problems for Drake. They have combined for 23 of the Red Raiders' 25 points.
Yeah, and the exact opposite of what we saw from Texas Tech on Thursday. They're putting their head down, with the exception of Darian Williams to make 1-3. They're putting their head down, and they're daring Drake to meet him at the rim, and so far it's been great for Red Raiders.
It's a 7-0 run for Texas Tech. Combs heads to the left elbow, floater rattles around and drops through, so Drake back on the board and scored in about 2 minutes. It's 25-22 Tech.
And stopped a 7-0 run.
Hawkins across the timeline, just above the M and Marge, far side. Give it to Federico, hand it back to Hawkins. Head right, pass left to Overton, hook it to Toppin, fake the handoff. Hawkins coming to meet him. Toppin pivoting, lob it to Hawkins, short corner left, 7 to shoot, into the lane, over to Overton. Overton from the right corner, floater off the mark on the right lane line, 8 feet away. It starts the rebound. Sturts walks it up, dishes to Cale Combs. Combs veers into the paint, over to Abreu, jabbed momentarily, shuffled his feet, and he turns it over with the travel.
He should have just caught it and let it fly, but I think he was hesitant because it was maybe in the first 7 seconds of the shot clock, and I know Ben McCollum likes to have the ball move a few more times, but he was open.
First turnover of the game for Drake. Texas Tech has only 1 turnover. Clean on both sides so far. Hawkins to the right hash mark, bounce it down low. Toppin goes reverse side, and he scores. Texas Tech up 27-22. Toppin with 13.
That simple play, just call that a cross screen for your big guy, and Drake was supposed to switch it. Miscommunication, easy score.
Combs heads inside the foul line, down the left lane line, bounce it across the block to Maniau, to the left wing, Mascari with it, and Mascari draws the foul. It's on Kerwin Walton.
That was the first post-up touch that I remember seeing so far for Drake, and Maniau didn't even look at the basket, Ted. He immediately kicked it back out. Everything for the Bulldogs have been on the perimeter.
Would you like to see them go a little more inside out?
Absolutely. Challenge Texas Tech and JT Toppin down low.
Even if they're at a size disadvantage. Sturts skips it. Combs, good look for 3, right corner, and he pops it in. 27-25. Drake within 2.
That was all caused by a double team on Sturts. He found the open man.
Hawkins far side at the hash mark, being watched by Cale Combs. Toppin sets the screen. Hawkins maneuvers left, bounce it to Darian Williams on the wing. Drake fans chanting, defense, defense. 8 to shoot. Hawkins bisects the lane. Lefty scoop is good. Elijah Hawkins is the engine for Texas Tech. It's 29-25 Red Raiders.
He was 1 rebound shy of a triple-double. A little bit off to a slow start in this one.
4-point lead for Texas Tech. Sturts backing down Hawkins at the other end. Turns to the baseline, 1-legged fall away, bounces around, and it's good.
Second time we've seen that. Sturts against Elijah Hawkins, and he's got him by 5 inches.
29-27, Drake back within 2. Walton feeds the post. Williams turns, hook shot. No, Banks got a piece of it. It fell into the hands of Toppin, and Toppin puts it home for a 31-27 lead.
Darian Williams is claiming that was an alley-oop pass, but I think that was a shot that was blocked.
Yes. JT Toppin now with 15. Sturts traces the arc left to right, into the corner. Tavion Banks handed back to Sturts. Sturts angles into the lane, feeds Banks down low. Banks erased by Toppin on the left block. Texas Tech right to left. Hawkins skips it to the right wing. Darian Williams against Mascari. Williams bullies his way into the lane. Banks shot way off, and Combs grabs it for Drake. Sturts jogs left to right. Beats a trailing Combs. Combs into the lane. Turnaround off the front of the rim. Held to his backside. Williams the rebound. Ahead to Anderson. Into the forecourt. Drake gets back defensively. Texas Tech resets. Anderson straight away. Bounce it to Williams on the left wing. Guarded by Abreu. Sturts comes with the double. Quick hand. Sturts poked it away. Out of bounds. It will remain Texas Tech ball after the official timeout. 3:31 mark of the first half. The 3-seed Texas Tech up 31-27 over the 11-seed Drake. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
I need new rotors.
When you buy 2 Duralast rotors during our spring sale, you get Duralast brake pads free.
Free?
With the rotors.
Well, that's great. What if I need extra stopping power?
You can upgrade to Duralast Gold pads for just $10.
So Duralast pads are free?
Yep.
And an upgrade is just $10?
That's right. Part of the spring sale at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
This is the story of the one. He's responsible for keeping a leading healthcare facility clean and safe. And he trusts Grainger's high-quality HVAC cleaning and safety products, combined with their world-class supply chain, to consistently deliver, ensuring he's covered inside and out, so he can focus on keeping his facility clean to help protect the health of everyone inside. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. With Indeed Sponsored Jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Plus, with Indeed Sponsored Jobs, there are no monthly subscriptions, and you only pay for results. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
31-27, Texas Tech over Drake. 3:31 to play in the first half. We check the schedule of tournament games coming up here on Westwood One. Sponsored by the 2027 X15 engine from Cummins. Featuring better fuel efficiency, immense power, and backed by 20-plus years of experience. The 2027 X15 is built to rise above the challenges of tomorrow. The X15, forever rising. Our next second-round game is in the Midwest region. The top seed Houston, the 8 seed Gonzaga. It just feels like it belongs in the Sweet 16 or the Elite 8, if not later, and yet it happens in the second round. Purdue will play the winner of that one. Here in the West region, Arkansas awaits the winner of Texas Tech or Drake.
I'm excited about the game we're doing right now, but Houston-Gonzaga, just say it out loud, in the round of 32. It's just wild. Those are two of the best coaches that we have in college basketball, and Mark Few and Kelvin Sampson. And, only one day to prepare for each team, though. That makes it even more interesting.
Probably not a problem for two Hall of Fame coaches and their staffs. Texas Tech ball out of the timeout, 5 to shoot. Feed it down low. You said yep. Darian Williams is the man along with JT Toppin Knight. Williams has 14. It's 33-27.
Texas Tech offensively, they're just keeping it simple. They're getting the ball to Darian Williams and JT Toppin, and physically they've been overwhelming Drake.
26 points in the paint for Tech. Combs attacks down the left side of the lane. Wraparound feed to Banks is stripped, and Williams comes up with it for Texas Tech. Williams storming right to left. Keeps a low dribble against Banks. Pass cross court to Hawkins, near side right in front of us. Hawkins one dribble, over to the right, and Anderson to the corner. Darian Williams from the right side, around and out. And the rebound by Drake. That's just the fourth three-point attempt of the game for Texas Tech.
Every game's its own challenge, right? They thought they needed to make threes against UNCW tonight. They're going inside.
Abreu up top. He tries his hand to the three. Splash down for Daniel Abreu. His third three of the game. And a timeout for Drake with 2:28 to play in the half as Drake pulls to within 3. 33-30. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
O'Reilly. Check engine light on? Take the guesswork out of your check engine light with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free and provides a report with solutions based on over 650 million vehicle scans verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we can recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
You can listen to Westwood One's exclusive coverage of the NCAA men's basketball tournament for free on the Varsity Network app. Listen to every game live or on demand. Download the Varsity Network app now and search NCAA Championships. Texas Tech actually called the timeout. Their first half lose it timeout. 33-30, Tech on top with the ball. 2:20 to go until the break. Hawkins out front, lob it to Toppin, who leaps to receive it. Skip it left wing. Anderson steers it into the lane, bounce it to Hawkins, jabs at the right, takes the three over Howard, off target, and Mascari tracks down the rebound for Drake.
Elijah Hawkins hesitated, and that 2 seconds cost him. That jumper was short.
Under 2 to play. Sturts back to the basket, just above the H in March. Now speeding ahead against Anderson. Down to the low block. Touch it to Abreu. Right back to Sturts on the right wing. Screen from Howard. Sturts sachets left. Darian Williams picks him up on the switch. Sturts gives it up. Mascari launches left corner 3. An air ball. Toppin might have gotten a piece of it. Drake recovers. Shot clock winding down. Howard puts it on the rim. It crawls off, and Toppin comes up with the rebound. Hawkins into the forecourt. 1:28 to go first half. Williams high right. Straight away Hawkins. Bounce it to Williams now on the left wing. Laser pass inside to Toppin, and he lays it in. What a beautiful feed by Darian Williams.
That was a quick pass. I mean, that whizzed from the left wing all the way through the paint.
Toppin with 17 points in the first half. It's 35-30 Texas Tech. Howard spins in the lane for Drake, and he walked. Trying to send it back to the perimeter. Drake with the turnover. Texas Tech ball with 1:03 to go.
Just Drake's third turnover. I feel sometimes that Bennett Sturts, their best offense to me is Sturts posting up against Elijah Hawkins, but Drake doesn't run special sets like that. They often just run their normal offensive rhythm and flow and see what shot is produced.
Sturts has 6 points and 6 assists. You almost feel like he's got to be a little bit more selfish offensively.
Yes.
Anderson in the right corner, 50 seconds to play in the half. To Williams, touch it, give and go. Anderson hangs, dents the back of the rim. Toppin got a piece of it. It's loose in the lane, and Tavion Banks rips it away. Drake left to right, ahead to Howard. Euro step. Layup is no good. Loose ball underneath, out of bounds, and it belongs to Texas Tech.
We talk about Drake's slow tempo, Ted, but they will run if they have numbers. They did, but credit Elijah Hawkins. Though he's small, he got in front of the ball handler and made that a tough 2-foot layup, and they missed it.
5-second difference between the clocks here. 23 seconds remaining in the half. 35-30 Texas Tech. Hawkins rocks a low dribble between both hands as Mascari gives him space. Hawkins heads right, feeds Walton right wing, down low Toppin. Drake gambling for the steal. Cam Maniau hits the deck. He commits the foul in the process. With 6 on the shot clock and 11 seconds to play, it's the 15th foul. And Texas Tech with 11 seconds left in the half to inbound from under the basket.
11 seconds is a lot, but sometimes don't mess around. JT Toppin on the strong side block. Just throw it to him right now. Get out of the way.
Shot clock is dark now. Lob it to Toppin, just like you said, Casey. On the mid-post against Maniau, backing him down into the lighter shade of wood. And Toppin's hook shot off the back of the rim and drops through. Sturts a heave from three-quarters court. Is offline, way to the left. And halftime has arrived in Wichita. JT Toppin with 19 points and 8 rebounds in the first half, and Texas Tech grabbing its largest lead of the game, going into the locker room at 37-30.
Drake defensively is choosing not to double team JT Toppin. I'm sure Ben McCollum is going to address that right now. They are going to have to bring a secondary defender in the second half.
Halftime score here in Wichita, Texas Tech 37, Drake 30. When we return, we'll head back to our Straight Talk Wireless studios for the halftime report. Need more data so you can stream your Jam mix on loop? Switch to Straight Talk and get real unlimited data on a reliable 5G network. Straight Talk, available at Walmart or straighttalk.com. From the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, this is the men's basketball tournament.
People always ask me, Guy, why are you so confident? And I tell them because I shop for a used car with Carfax. Why Carfax? Because I was able to pause for the facts. What kind of facts? Used car facts. Facts. Like which car has been in a reported accident, which ride has the best value, facts. Which car will have me feeling so confident that I'll just turn up the radio facts. And roll down the windows facts. And belt out show tunes, knowing full well that I cannot sing. Facts. Carfax is the answer. Shop the all-new Carfax.com.
Robinhood Gold members can now enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving a 3% IRA match on retirement contributions, a very handsome reward indeed. With Robinhood Gold, your annual IRA contributions are boosted by 3%. Plus, you also get 4% APY on your cash and non-retirement accounts. That's over 8 times the national savings average. The perks of the high net worth are now available for any net worth. The new gold standard is here with Robinhood Gold. To receive a 3% IRA boost on annual contributions, sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Investing involves risk. Rates subject to change. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold at $5 a month for 1 year from first match. Must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to Robinhood.com/boost. Over 8 times the national average savings account interest rate claim is based on data from the FDIC as of November 18th, 2024. Robinhood Financial LLC member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold LLC.
Tyler Reddick here from 2311 Racing. Looking for fast fun? Go for a spin at Chumba Casino. Racing's fast, but Chumba takes it up a notch. Nothing beats the rush of those high-speed spins. Big thrills, daily bonus boosts, action-packed games. Chumba's got it all to keep you in the fast lane. Ready to race? Let's Chumba. Pit stop at ChumbaCasino.com and play today.
Available only to players in the U.S., excluding Washington, Michigan, Montana, Connecticut, and Nevada, and Canada, excluding Quebec. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void or prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome inside the Westwood One Broadcast Center in Los Angeles. I'm Brad Heller. It is halftime in Wichita. Texas Tech, the 3 seed in the West, leads the 11 seed Drake 37-30. This game all about the Big 12 Player of the Year, J.T. Toppin, 19 points to lead the way for the Red Raiders. All right, let's check the tournament scoreboard, sponsored by Maintain X. Maintain X is the asset and maintenance app that brings your unplanned downtime to zero. Try for free at maintainx.com/MVP. That's maintain and the letter x.com/MVP. Texas A&M and Michigan in the South. There were 6 ties and 7 lead changes in the first half. A&M was up by 4 at the break. The Aggies came out with hot shooting in the second half.
Phelps will bring it up. Phelps will drive down the left side of the lane. He'll dump it into the corner. Carter, 3 left corner, got it. Chase Carter hit a giant 3 on Thursday. This one gives the Aggies their biggest lead, 48-39.
That's Kevin Kugler on the call. A&M is up 10 right now, 55-45, with 14 minutes to go. You can hear that one on the brand new Westwood One Sports app. Winner of that game will take on the winner of Auburn and Creighton. That is the first game in Lexington, the 1-9 matchup in the South. Coverage of that one starts at the top of the hour. Arkansas onto the Sweet 16 for the 4th time in the last 5 years. John Calipari's Razorbacks over Rick Pitino's St. John's Red Storm, 75-66. The 10 beats the 2 in the West region. The Red Storm shot 28%. Big East Player of the Year, R.J. Lewis, was 3 of 17, and he was benched for the last 5 minutes of the game. St. John's, the dream season ends at 31-5, and Arkansas on to San Francisco. They'll face either Texas Tech or Drake on Thursday. Purdue kicked off the day 76-62 over McNeese as they dominated on the glass once again. Second consecutive game in this tournament that they've done that. Trey Kaufman-Renn, 22 points. Purdue going to Indianapolis. They'll face Houston or Gonzaga on Friday. Halftime in Wichita, Texas Tech leads Drake 37-30. Speaking of Houston and Gonzaga, we're going to have an interview with Bulldogs head coach Mark Few when we return. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Did you know your skin is the largest organ of your body? Huh? That's why you should shower with Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash instead of plain old bar soap. Love your skin by super hydrating it with vitamin B3 and glorious notes of vanilla and shea. Did you know that my super hydrated skin is the second largest organ of my body? The first is my heart. Old Spice. Men have skin too. Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash. 24/7 renewing moisture. With daily use.
Spring forward with real unlimited data from Straight Talk this tax season and get a free Samsung Galaxy A16 5G or Moto G Power 5G 2024 with select plans. So you can stream games during Mad March hours, check the weather for April showers, and watch gardening videos about May flowers. Straight Talk, real unlimited data. Available at Walmart and straighttalk.com. Offer valid through 4/15/25. Taxes and fees apply. Requires purchase of single line gold unlimited plan or higher. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
And that is why many of the greatest feats of fandom require you to be on your feet. Any questions?
Professor, NCAA men's basketball is back. Are we ready?
You prepared to show up, show out, give it 110 from tip to the final buzzer? Oh, you're ready. March Madness. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Buy your seats today at ncaa.com/MVB tickets.
O'Reilly. Protect your vehicle's engine with Syntec and O'Reilly Auto Parts. Syntec Premium Full Synthetic Motor Oil is formulated for today's engines. Right now, get 5 quarts of Syntec Full Synthetic and a MicroGuard Select Oil Filter for just $32.99. In-store only, limit supplies. See store for details. Choose Syntec exclusively at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Listen up, fellow Gen Xers. Elizabeth Banks here. The recommended age for pneumococcal pneumonia vaccination has been lowered to 50 and older, even if you're healthy. It's up to us to lead the way. We've done this before. Music videos, fanny packs, even the World Wide Web. Let's do it again and get vaccinated, because we're at over 6 times greater risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Gen X, this is our shot. Visit vaxassist.com and schedule a vaccine today. Sponsored by Pfizer.
When the grass starts growing, it's time to get mowing with Steel. Whether you're shaping up a small yard or tackling serious acreage, Steel mowers are built to get the job done. Shop in-store or online for 0% financing and instant rebates on select Steel mowers. Steel, let's go mow. Available for limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
The tournament is here. March Madness is here. The craziness is here. Don't forget, hit that like button down below and share this link out so we can get more basketball fans here in the chat, hanging out with us, cheering on your favorite team.
Clayton steals it and lays it in. Clayton a good look. Hit 6.
Check out our new website, www.torontosportsinsider.com, and check out the link that is in the description as well as in the chat that shows where all of the live viewers are watching from. Are you an insider yet? Have you hit that subscribe button? I bet you have now. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for checking out our Bracket Mania campaign. A lot more coming up soon.
What a great scene this is.
Stunning. Absolutely stunning.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. This is Joe Bowen, the voice of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Thanks for chatting it up and enjoying this March Madness live hangout with us.
And their style of play is just nothing. You can't mimic it in practice. There's no chance. So that's going to be a huge key to this game. Huge key to the game is us functioning on the offensive end against their defense. I mean, they love to double the ball screen. They love to double the post, which are two things. Those are two things we do great. So those are huge challenges.
Well, we're looking forward to this legendary matchup. Coach Hugh, thank you so much. Good luck against Houston.
Yeah, you got it. Thanks.
Halftime in Wichita, Texas Tech leads Drake 37-30. When we return, we will rejoin Casey Jacobson and Ted Emmerich at Intrust Bank Arena in Wichita. From the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, this is the men's basketball tournament.
You can just move through life, or you can find the things that move you. It's your choice. Choose joy. Choose the road. Choose your shot. Take it. Choose to get in there. Choose your calling. Choose your path. Just choose. We craft cars for those who choose to do more than simply move. You know who you are. Mazda. Move and be moved.
I wake up.
The family that vacations together stays together. At least, that was the plan. Except now, the Dastardly desk clerk is saying he can't confirm your connecting rooms.
Wait, what?
That's right, ma'am. You have rooms 201 and 709.
No, we cannot be 5 floors away from our kids.
The doors have double locks. They'll be fine.
When you want connecting rooms confirmed before you arrive, it matters where you stay.
Welcome to Hilton. I see your connecting rooms are already confirmed.
Hilton, for the stay.
Meanwhile at Xfinity.
Okay, huddle up. Do you realize how many fans stream basketball? It's madness.
But real fans stream with Xfinity Internet.
Totally. We've engineered a super fast connection.
With reduced buffering and low lag.
'Cause making streaming better is what we do!
Yeah!
Yeah!
Can we let go now? It's really not a huddle with 2 people.
Switch to Xfinity Internet and stream live sports from the best seat in the house. Bring on the good stuff. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Actual speeds vary. Not guaranteed.
I used to lack confidence until I shopped for a used car with Carfax. With Carfax, I was able to
pause for the facts.
I saw all the facts, like millions of cars, reported vehicle histories, and found the best values. Thanks to Carfax, I had the confidence to shop like a pro.
Facts.
A pro car shopper who feels like a winning ping pong champion.
Facts.
A ping pong champ whose legendary story is now a blockbuster movie.
Facts.
Starring me, Little Miss Confident.
Yeah! Facts.
Sorry, you get it. Shop the all-new Carfax.com.
This is the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, your home for the national championships.
Yo, it's Jacob Hester from Off Campus on College Sports Radio. For full breakdowns of this game and more, tune in weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. Eastern on Channel 84 or anytime on the SiriusXM app.
7, Drake 30, Ted Emmerich, Casey Jacobson with you. Bennett Sturtz, Player of the Year in the Missouri Valley, 6 points, 6 assists for Drake. What are you seeing from him so far?
He's got to be more. You know, I hate to lay so much at his feet, but that's the burden you carry when you are a superstar like Bennett Sturtz. 6 points and 6 assists, but he averages 19 points per game on the season, and I felt like when he had isolation matchups, he took advantage. He needs to be more aggressive in the first 5 minutes.
Drake trails Texas Tech 37-30. When we return, we will have the start of the second half here in Wichita, the winner to play Arkansas in the Sweet 16. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with a Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Ball above all. Am I right, y'all? Any questions?
Professor, NCAA Division I women's basketball is back. Are we ready?
You prepared to get loud? Rep your squad? Get your players hyped up to go all the way to the ship? Oh, you're ready. March Madness. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Buy your seats today at ncaa.com/WBB tickets.
Your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. With Indeed Sponsored Jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for relevant candidates so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Plus, with Indeed Sponsored Jobs, there are no monthly subscriptions, and you only pay for results. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
Westwood One presents Great Moments in Tournament History.
April 7, 2003, New Orleans the site as Syracuse and Kansas clashed in the championship game. Led by freshmen Carmelo Anthony and Jerry McNamara, the Orangemen jolted the Jayhawks and opened up an 18-point first-half lead. But they couldn't KO Kansas, and Nick Collison and company rallied furiously down the stretch. With time winding down, KU had one last chance to complete the comeback.
Off the corner, inbound will come from Kansas, and Graves feeds Heinrich a jump shot for the tie, arching up, and no good, and Syracuse has won. Syracuse refuses to lose, and they are the national champions of college basketball.
81-78 the final score, giving Jim Boeheim his first title in 27 years as coach of the Orangemen. With another great moment in NCAA tournament history, I'm Kevin Kugler.
Texas Tech and Drake back on the floor here in Wichita, getting shots up before the start of the second half. Ted Emmerich, Casey Jacobson with you. Let's check the halftime stats. Sponsored by Barbasol. Barbasol shaving cream delivers a thick lather and close, comfortable shave for half the price of gels. Why pay more for a great shave? Choose Barbasol. Texas Tech shot 57%. 30 of their 37 points coming in the paint. JT Toppin, 19 in the first 20 minutes to go with 8 rebounds. Darian Williams had 14. They are punishing Drake inside.
Yeah, everybody has a plan until you get punched in the face, right? Drake had a plan. Like, we're going to be physical. And then Texas Tech said, no, stop our two biggest guys. And the Bulldogs just couldn't do it. Texas Tech, it was a two-man wrecking crew with Williams and Toppin in that first 20 minutes.
Time now to connect with our analyst for the second half keys, sponsored by Wago. Trust your game, trust your wiring with Wago electrical connectors. Gear up at wago.com/hoops for your next electrical project.
All right, for Drake, more active on defense, especially with their hands. Drake leads the country in steals percentage. They had 13 steals 2 nights ago against Missouri. It was the catalyst that really boosted that win. They have 1 steal in that first half. For Texas Tech, this is very simple. Make them stop you. I expect Toppin to get the ball on the block, first possession. Texas Tech took 30 total shots, 25 of them were inside the arc. I think that Drake is going to double-team Toppin a lot earlier, and then maybe you'll get some step-in threes and everything will open up for the Red Raiders.
Which is what UNCW did quite a bit in the first round, and it led to Tech setting the NCAA tournament record with 46 attempts from 3. They only shot 5 threes in the first half here, making one of them. Darian Williams was the one to hit it. For Drake, Bennett Sturtz, their star, 6 points, 6 assists. They were led by Daniel Abreu and his 9 points. He was 3 of 4 from downtown. He loves that corner, getting going after a sluggish first-round game. Drake down 7 here. It's their largest deficit. They're going back and forth very early. Still very much right here. Time now for the start of the second half. Sponsored by Indeed.com. You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Start at Indeed.com/credit. Arkansas is on to the Sweet 16, and they will play either Texas Tech or Drake Thursday in San Francisco. Drake, again, the blue jerseys, white numbers. Texas Tech, white jerseys, red numbers, black trim. And Drake ball to start the second half, shooting to our left. Wonder if we'll see a more aggressive Bennett Sturtz offensively.
He only took 1 3-point shot in that first half as well. Most of his scoring was done against Elijah Hawkins, Texas Tech's small point guard. Bennett Sturtz's favorite move is a dribble left into a step-back 3. He's excellent at it.
Sturtz Handles the ball just across the timeline as we get underway, guarded by Elijah Hawkins. Blue short-sleeve t-shirt underneath his jersey. He works off a screen. Jackson left to right. Feed Jackson, floater off the back of the rim, and Toppin swipes the rebound for Texas Tech. Toppin's 9th board of the game. Hawkins left to right, the point guard, the transfer from Minnesota. Bounce it to Toppin at the foul line, back to the basket against Cam Manyow. Spins left, lefty scoop. Off the front of the rim, rebound Drake.
We knew the first possession was going to go to Toppin. It was just a straight ISO from the foul line. Good defense by Drake.
Jackson has it on the right wing for the Bulldogs. Over to Manyow, touch it to Sturts. Fake the three against Hawkins. Give it to Manyow, high post left. Toppin giving him space. To the right side in Sturts. He swerves to his left. He fires a three. That's right down the chute. Well, there's a three-pointer for Bennett Sturts. His first of the game. It's 37-33 Tech.
Off the bounce to his left. It wasn't a step back, but it's a lot easier for a right-handed shooter to shoot off the bounce to your left because your shooting shoulder is closer to the rim.
Toppin feeds Anderson right side. Christian Anderson in the lane. Had it knocked out of his hands, but a foul called.
At least the hands are active, right, Ted? Ball goes on the ground. You saw two Drake Bulldogs swipe at it. I'm sure Ben McCollum was talking about it. Hey, we got to generate some offense from our defense.
Remember, they came up with that steal very early. That's the only Texas Tech turnover to this point. Fouls on Isaiah Jackson, his second. Inbound, Darian Williams. He muscles baseline, goes up against Abreu, and draws a foul there, this time in the act of shooting. So 2 free throws coming for D5, Darian Williams. He wears number 5. March Madness is coming to a court near you. Experience it live as the nation's best college basketball teams compete for a chance to cut down the nets. Secure your seats today at ncaa.com/MBB tickets. Williams' first free throw in the air, swish. Darian Williams has a permanent reminder of 2 words that are so important to him. He got these tattoos just above both knees before the season. On one leg it says humble, on the other it says sacrifice. They're upside down if he's standing up and looking at him, but if he's sitting down and looking down, they are facing right side up to him.
It makes sense to me. They're for him. They're not for everybody else.
Hit both free throws, 39-33 Texas Tech. Williams with 16. Sturts slashes to his right around the arc. Down low, Manyow almost traveled. Pass to the perimeter, stolen. Hawkins blazing left to right. Feeds Anderson. Catch and shoot 3 straight on. It grazes the front of the rim into the hands of Cam Manyow. Drake right to left. Sturts on the hot far side, right in front of his head coach Ben McCollum. He drifts to his left. He hooks it into the short corner left side. Cam Manyow chest pass back to Sturts. Just below the bracket logo at midcourt. Starts right, darts to his left. Off an Abreu screen. Fall away outside the lane. An air ball from Sturts. And out of bounds. Last touch by Drake. Texas Tech ball.
Uncharacteristic air ball from Sturts, but you know who met him on that ball screen was Darian Williams, and his big body. I think Sturts took a look at it and said, you know what, I don't think I should challenge him at the rim. I might need to fall away to make it in the air ball.
Sturts 9 points on 4 of 8 shooting. 39-33 Texas Tech. 17:41 marks second half. In the second round, winner to the Sweet 16. Williams mid-block. He sweeps through the lane. Hook shot is good. And he's talking to the Drake fans right over our left shoulder up the court.
The Drake fans wanted an offensive foul. Darian Williams did hook with his left arm. It went uncalled.
41-33 Texas Tech, Red Raiders' largest lead. Sturts fadeaway jumper left elbow. That's off target. Toppin with another rebound, his 10th. It's his 17th double-double this season. Williams between the circles, fires a pass, right corner, Anderson three-pointer on the way, around and out to the right, and Abreu corrals the rebound for Drake. Cale Combs brings it up right to left for the Bulldogs. Clad in blue, white numbers. Combs gives it to Mascari on the left wing, right in front of us. Guarded by Kerwin Walton. Bounce it to Tavion Banks. Combs makes his move, got past Toppin, underneath the basket, feeds Abreu, left corner 3, splash! Daniel Abreu's 4th 3 of the game, and Drake's down 41-36.
And a mistake by Texas Tech. Christian Anderson, the freshman, double-teamed that finish at the rim and left their best shooter in the corner.
Abreu with 12, all coming from long range. Williams, free throw line extended left. Defender fell down for Drake. Undercut Williams, who's down as well. Texas Tech turns it over for just the second time. Sturt sprints ahead right to left and lays it in with the right hand. And Darian Williams is still down at the other end. He has been managing a right leg injury for the last month. He has a black sleeve around that right leg, and a trainer comes out as Williams clutches his leg after he went down.
Yep, it's that right leg. He's trying to twist his ankle, right, making circular motions, and now he's hobbling off on his own power, but he is hobbling straight to the locker room right now as we speak.
Boy, putting very little weight on that right leg, if any. So Darian Williams, who has 18 points on 7 of 11 shooting for Texas Tech, is off to the locker room, and the Red Raiders already without another all-conference player tonight in Chance McMillan, who's out with the upper body injury. All of a sudden we have hockey terminology in college basketball. Lower body for Williams, upper body for McMillan, and now Tech is down 2 of their key players.
This changes a lot. We haven't mentioned Chance McMillan, the most efficient shooter that Texas Tech has, and their leader in minutes. And now 2 stars down for Texas Tech.
41-38 Texas Tech. Back to play. We played 4 minutes in the second half. Anderson straight on 3. Off target. Long rebound to Kerwin Walton. Fresh 20 seconds for Texas Tech. Hawkins throws it down low. Toppin scores inside against Tavion Banks.
Abreu went for the steal, and he knows better than that. If you go for the steal in the post and you can't get it, it's 2 points.
43-38 Texas Tech. Combs down the left lane line for Drake. Lob it back to the perimeter and Mitch Mascari. Bounce it to Tavion Banks. One dribble, handoff to Sturts. Bounce it to Banks, pick and roll. Swatted by Toppin. Left to right, the Red Raiders. Hawkins down the left baseline, throws it up against Sturts, and a foul called. And Bennett Sturts has a quizzical look on his face. One of the few times his expression changes. And now a technical foul is called against Drake. Doug Shaw's the lead official, pointing towards Ben McCollum and the Drake bench. Texas Tech leads 43-38. 15:24 to go in the second half. Foul on Sturts and a technical as well.
So Ben McCollum's upset that the shot at the rim by Maniau, there was a ton of contact on the body, and then JT, you called it. JT Toppin blocked it, but the block was clean.
Timeout on the court, sponsored by Progressive Insurance. You can save big when you bundle your auto, home, motorcycle, RV, or boat. Visit Progressive.com. 43-38 Texas Tech over Drake from the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network. This is the men's basketball tournament.
Did you know? Traveling in basketball? Bad move. Traveling the world? Great move. Wherever the road takes you, Best Western is your place to take a time out and catch your breath. Because every team needs a place to regroup. Life's a trip. Make the most of it at Best Western. Book direct and save at bestwestern.com.
Meanwhile at Xfinity.
Okay, huddle up. Do you realize how many fans stream basketball? It's madness.
But real fans stream with Xfinity Internet.
Totally. We've engineered a super fast connection.
With reduced buffering and low lag.
'Cause making streaming better is what we do!
Yeah!
Yeah!
Can we let go now? It's really not a huddle with 2 people.
Switch to Xfinity Internet and stream live sports from the best seat in the house. Bring on the good stuff. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Actual speeds vary. Not guaranteed.
The family that vacations together stays together. At least, that was the plan. Except now, the Dastardly desk clerk is saying he can't confirm your connecting rooms.
Wait, what?
That's right, ma'am. You have rooms 201 and 709.
No, we cannot be 5 floors away from our kids.
The doors have double locks. They'll be fine.
When you want connecting rooms confirmed before you arrive, it matters where you stay.
Welcome to Hilton. I see your connecting rooms are already confirmed.
Hilton, for the stay.
There's nothing more defeating than a bracket busted during the first few rounds. Clearly, you didn't have the right stats and data to make the right pick. Don't make the same mistake with hiring for your small business. Find top-tier talent in the right place with LinkedIn. LinkedIn has professionals you can't find anywhere else, including those who aren't actively looking for a new job, but might be open to the perfect role. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/SXM. That's linkedin.com/SXM. Terms and conditions apply.
Simple yet effective ingredients that are safe for use around people, pets, and bees when used as directed. Spruce works differently by dehydrating the weed down to the roots. Nothing but boos just behind us from the Drake fans throughout the timeout. Bennett Sturtz called for a personal foul. Ben McCollum, Drake's head coach, called for a technical foul. So 4 free throws on the way here for Tech. Hawkins is at the line shooting the technical, and the first one is a swish. As you heard, Hawkins 84% at the line. It's 44-38 Texas Tech, 15:24 remaining. Hawkins bends his knees, lets this one go. Pure as well. And now Hawkins will have company at the line. He drew that foul on Sturtz. Now who shoot the free throws on the personal by Sturtz.
And Ted, we saw the replay of why Ben McCollum was so upset. It was Manuel. He rolled to the rim, and Texas Tech defender Christian Anderson came to help, and their legs collided down low. The block was good, but that was a foul that went uncalled, and Ben McCollum just came unglued.
Hawkins drains the first of these free throws now as he extends the Texas Tech lead to 46-38. One more, and it'll be the largest lead of the night for the Red Raiders. Hawkins eyes the rim, releases. Hawkins goes 4 for 4, and it's 47-38 Texas Tech. It's the biggest lead of the game by either team. Sturtz right to left. Sturtz guarded by Elijah Hawkins to the foul line. Give it to Banks, touch it back to Sturtz. Left of the circle, whip it down low. Cale Combs working on Anderson. Picked up the dribble. Abreu up top, back into the hands of Sturtz. He veers to his right, far side with 6 to shoot. Sturtz launches a 3 over Kevin Overton. It's too strong. Abreu with an offensive rebound. Down low to Banks on the right side. Poked away by Hawkins. Banks recovers. Feeds Abreu in the corner. Down the baseline. Combs mid-post right. Cut off by Toppin. Back to Abreu. 6 to shoot for Drake. Abreu pivots. Left-handed scoop. Off the back of the rim. It pops out. And Toppin with the rebound. And Drake fans are hollering some more. They wanted a foul there.
Ton of contact everywhere. It's on every drive, though, on both sides.
Overton has it in the left corner for Texas Tech. The Drake transfer. Offensive foul as he backed down Bennett Sturtz, who took the charge just outside the lane. It's Overton's first.
Almost feels a little bit like a makeup call, although Bennett Sturtz, he took it on the chest, but he over-exaggerated. He flew back on the ground and got the call.
Darian Williams has returned to the Texas Tech bench, coming out of the locker room after he apparently re-injured his right leg moments ago. Combs down low, hanging against Hawkins, and he draws the foul. Layup no good, but free throws on the way.
While Elijah Hawkins is probably Texas Tech's best perimeter defender, Drake has punished him on the block for being small. It's been an effective offensive strategy for Drake.
And Texas Tech calls a timeout. Darian Williams had walked from the bench where he just appeared to the scorer's table. Looks like he's going to come back in after the timeout. 14:09 to play. Texas Tech, the 3 seed, leads the 11 seed Drake 47-38. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
One of life's greatest mysteries has finally been solved.
Who let the dogs out? Spruce, Spruce, Spruce.
It's Spruce, the new hard-working, worry-free weed and grass killer that's safe for use around people and pets. When used as directed, spray the leaves for visible results in just 1 hour and dead weeds in just 1 day. You spray, they play. Weeds die by the next day. Find Spruce wherever weed killers are sold.
Hey, fellow Gen Xers, it's Elizabeth Banks. Big news! The recommended age for pneumococcal pneumonia vaccination has been lowered to 50 and older, even if you're healthy. It's up to us to lead the charge. After all, we gave the world the internet. We're trailblazers. Let's lead the way again because we are at over 6 times greater risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Gen X, this is our shot. Head to vaxassist.com and schedule today. That's vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Paying rent can feel like throwing money away. And when you're spending so much, it can be hard to see yourself buying a home. So Rocket Mortgage is helping you put your monthly rent towards home ownership with Rent Rewards. For the first time, save up to $5,000 off the cost of your first home just by paying rent. Only at Rocket Mortgage. Call 800-4ROCKET or visit rocket.com to find out more.
Rocket Mortgage, LLC. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLSConsumerAccess.org. Number 3030.
Hi, it's me, your USPS Ground Advantage shipment. Just left the warehouse.
I know. Just got the notification.
Made it.
Yes, I know. I get all the updates.
Stay in the know with USPS Ground Advantage service. Visit USPS.com/in-the-know.
So, your small business is outgrowing your garage. You could go online, find a space, and get catfished. Or you could work with an agent who's a realtor, here to guide and help protect you from the surprises you didn't see coming. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. Right by you.
14:09 mark, second half in Wichita. The 3-seed Texas Tech leads the 11-seed Drake 47-38. Time now for a tournament bracket update, sponsored by Green Gobbler. Green Gobbler, the only clog dissolver you need. It's bleach-free, safe for your pipes, and it works. Green Gobbler, let the gobbler get it. The winner of this game will meet the 10-seed in the West region, Arkansas, Thursday in San Francisco. Meanwhile, our next game here in Wichita, second round, Houston, the 1-seed, 8-seed Gonzaga, and the winner of that one will play the 4-seed Purdue Friday in Indianapolis. Free throws for Drake, and Cale Combs out of the timeout as the foul was on Elijah Hawkins, his second. And Combs, the lefty, pink shoes, steps to the line. 79% on the year. First one swirls around and around and around. It drops in. But Casey, both of these teams pride themselves on being the toughest team, both physically and mentally. Texas Tech has the hashtag TTW, toughest team wins, as Combs knocks down the second. Somebody's going to prove themselves worthy of that kind of moniker in the Final 14.
The Red Raiders, though, have dominated every toughness stat up until now.
7-point lead, 47-40, Texas Tech, the lead and the ball. White jerseys, red numbers. Darian Williams is back on the court after exiting with the injury. 10 to shoot. Williams has it on the right elbow. Pitch it to Hawkins. Right back to Williams. 5-4. Drives against Tavion Banks. Mascari swipes at him. Air ball over the top. Shot clock runs out, and it's a turnover by Texas Tech.
Yeah, that time Drake defensively swarmed. When the shot clock gets low, Ted, you have a guy isolating. You can afford to double team because that one guy is most likely going to shoot it. He's not looking to pass.
Combs walks it up right to left. On the edge of the bracket logo, straight away to Mascari on the right back into the hands of Combs. Feed Mascari again, touch it to Combs, bounce it to Mascari off the curl. Combs at the right elbow, Abreu, right wing three, give it to him! Daniel Abreu has 5 hits from long range, and Drake's within 4 at 47-43.
Where would they be without Daniel Abreu right now offensively?
He's got 15. Toppin works on the low right block for Texas Tech. To Hawkins on the perimeter, repost for Toppin against Abreu's pawing at him. Toppin spins baseline. Mascari comes as a second defender. Feeds Hawkins. Misses the right wing three. But Toppin taps it in for Texas Tech. Off the window. And it's 49-43. Or did Williams get a piece of that?
That was Darian Williams, and that was luck, Ted. He was just trying to keep that ball alive, and it just happened to ricochet right in the basket.
Boy, that happened for Toppin in the first round. Remember, against UNCW. Sturridge down the middle of the lane. Right-handed scoop is good. Drake within 4 again, 49-45.
One small adjustment for Drake. They have taken Bennett Sturridge off the ball the last 2 possessions. So rather being the point guard, they're having him come off screens.
12-13 to go in Wichita. Kevin Overton on the right wing with it. Ball on his left hip for Texas Tech. Skip it left corner. Hawkins pulls the trigger on a 3, and he's fouled by Cale Combs as the shot was short. So 3 free throws coming for Elijah Hawkins, who just hit 4 in a row a moment ago.
Yeah, and we just took a look at the replay. Easy call. Instead of closing out and flying by the shooter, he went right at his right shooting arm and brushed his elbow. How about Texas Tech? Only 9 3-point attempts, and they've only made one. So Drake defensively can't make that mistake. Texas Tech has had no rhythm from the perimeter.
Later on, we'll select the play of the day, sponsored by Old Spice. Stink in places beyond your pits. Old Spice has you covered with total body deodorant. 24/7 freshness from pits to toes with daily use. Hawkins swishes in the first free throw. 50-45 Texas Tech. And 2 more for Hawkins. Playing in his second NCAA tournament. Hawkins' second free throw, got it. The first was with Howard as the MEAC champion in 2023. Went from Howard to Minnesota to Texas Tech. He has been that pass-first point guard that Grant McCaslin says this team needed. Tonight, 8 points, 6 assists.
Yeah, and he became the all-time leader in Texas Tech history in assists as well. I mean, not all of those assists at Texas Tech, of course, but over the course of his career. Over 215 assists.
Hawkins hits the third. He's 7 of 7 at the line tonight, and it's 52-45 Texas Tech. Under 12 to go. Sturts has it left of the circle, guarded by Anderson. Off a comb screen. Head of the key, Banks. Back to Sturts on the move right to left. Into the corner, to the left elbow, Tavion Banks. And back to Sturts, creating with 7 on the timer. Foul line jumper, falling away, too strong, loose ball controlled by Anderson. Left to right, Texas Tech. Hawkins leads the way. Skip it right to Christian Anderson, the freshman against the taller Tavion Banks. Up top, Federico. Hawkins slashes in left to right. Williams touches it to Anderson. Down the middle of the lane, a floater is a brick, and Mascari grabs the rebound for Drake. Sturts up the far side of the floor, right to left for Drake. Then McCollum waves his right hand. He feeds Combs, his floater, right of the lane, around and out to the right. Anderson with the rebound for Texas Tech. Hawkins hooks it to Williams. Catch and shoot 3 from deep on the left wing. That's off target, off the front of the rim. Combs has it. Under 11 to play. Drake down 7. 52-45.
Not a good shot from Darian Williams. Bad decision.
Sturts on the right wing with it for Drake. Guarded by the freshman Christian Anderson. Chest pass Mascari, right back to Sturts high right. Lob it to Combs in the corner right side. Feeds Banks, got Federico up in the air, and Banks finishes with the right hand.
Should have been an and 1-2, got hit on the wrist. And finally, paint touch for Drake from their bigs.
Few and far between tonight. 52-47 Texas Tech. On the left wing, Christian Anderson as we approach the midway mark of the second half. Williams high left, over to the near side, and Hawkins off a Williams screen. Hawkins retreats, finds Williams up top. Williams the drive, the lob off Federico. It's off the backboard. Federico tipped it in, but the call is basket interference against Texas Tech. It does not count.
So without seeing the replay, I think it's because Federico had one hand on the rim while he tipped that ball in the basket. We're going to take a look at it right now. Yeah, he grabbed the rim just ever so slightly before the ball went in the basket.
Federico grabbed it with his left. That was supposed to be a lob by Williams. It was too strong and banked in, so the basket doesn't count. 52-47, Texas Tech over Drake with 10:02 to play. The officials will take a look during the timeout. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
O'Reilly. Check engine light on? Take the guesswork out of your check engine light with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free and provides a report with solutions based on over 650 million vehicle scans verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we can recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Lowe's knows what makes SpringFest savings even better are member-only doorbuster deals. Right now, rewards members can save $40 on an Allen & Roth Chesler Gold faucet. Was $99, now $59. Plus, save $110 on a Cobalt 40-volt battery trimmer and blower combo kit. Was $279, now $169. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 3/24 while supplies last. Program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Progressive understands that bond between you and your boat. But imagine if something happened to it. Without the boat, you're just Tina with too much boat knowledge. Sure, it's helpful on the water, but with no boat, you're someone who talks way too much about knots, and no one cares what a jib is anyway. Boat Tina could get away with it because she has a boat. So make sure your boat is insured. Get Progressive, America's #1 boat insurer, and then go back to being you. Tina, who owns a boat. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. #1 rating based on boat market share data from ratefilings.com.
Brad Heller in the Westwood One Broadcast Center in Los Angeles. Let's check the tournament scoreboard, sponsored by GoodRx. For simple, smart savings on your prescriptions, go to goodrx.com or download the free GoodRx app. What a turnaround for Michigan. Down 10 in the second half. The Wolverines are up 7 now on Texas A&M. Actually make it 5. 82-77 Wolverines. 2 minutes left to go. You can hear that finish on the Westwood One Sports app. Winner there will take on the winner of Auburn and Creighton. The Blue Jays have a 2-point lead, 25-23, under 7 minutes to go in the first half. Let's get you back to Wichita. Ted Emmerich and Casey Jacobson.
Doug Schaus just announced that they have reversed the call during the timeout after taking a look. No offensive goaltending after all. And our score is Texas Tech 54, Drake 47. What do you think of that, Casey?
I don't understand that because the rim moved. The basket shook before the ball went in.
Abreu right wing three for Drake out of the timeout. Misfired. Hawkins the rebound. Texas Tech left to right. Red Raiders shorthanded again without Chance McMillan, second team all-conference guard due to an upper body strain. Hawkins in the left corner, top of the arc. Walton fires a three off the front of the rim, and Howard grips the rebound for Drake.
Texas Tech 0 for 5 from 3 in the second half.
And 1 of 11 overall. Mascari left of the circle for the blue-shirted Bulldogs. To Sturtz, high right. Left-handed dribble around the Mascari screen, into the lane. Sturtz puts it up. For a moment, I thought Sturtz was looking around to pass it off. He made the right decision.
I was about to scream at him from our broadcast. He said, shoot the ball, Bennett, but I think he was trying to decoy it. Fake pass and then the floater over the top.
15 for Sturtz, the Missouri Valley Player of the Year, to go with 6 assists. Williams down the left baseline for Texas Tech. Goes reverse side, and he powers it home. 56-49 Red Raiders. Williams has 22 to lead all scorers. It's his most points in the last 9 games as he's managed that right leg injury that caused him to miss part of the second half here tonight. Howard attacks from the right. Off glass, no good. Williams with the rebound.
An open layup. Those have to go in for Drake.
56-49, Texas Tech the lead. 8:20 to go here in Wichita. Hawkins storms into the lane. Hawkins throws it up. Good as he lands on his backside. Smallest player on the floor, Elijah Hawkins, getting in on the act in the paint for Texas Tech. It's now 42 points in the paint. Texas Tech owning the lane against Drake. And they're up 58-49 as we've got a timeout with 8:13 remaining. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Hey, not to be dramatic, but you should smell this. It smells so good.
Whoa, that's quite the reaction to mixing and matching Gain scents. Let's hear another from Ashley, who mixed Gain products and went,
I'm so excited.
Yes, you are. What about you, Isaiah?
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. And Emily summed it up like so.
It is just chef's kiss.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Mix, match, more happy with Gain.
Ball above all. Am I right, y'all? Any questions?
Professor, NCAA Division I women's basketball is back. Are we ready?
You prepared to get loud? Rep your squad? Get your players hyped up to go all the way to the ship? Oh, you're ready. March Madness. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Buy your seats today at ncaa.com/WBB tickets.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. With Indeed Sponsored Jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Plus, with Indeed Sponsored Jobs, there are no monthly subscriptions, and you only pay for results. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
Texas Tech on top of Drake, 58-49. 8:13 to go here in Wichita. Ted Emmerich, Casey Jacobson with you. Download the official NCAA March Madness Live app, and you can listen to every Westwood One broadcast of the men's and women's basketball tournament for free. Just look for the headphones icon on any live game. And if you're in the car, it seamlessly integrates with Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. Get the official NCAA March Madness Live app today. Texas Tech, Casey, has matched its largest lead here at 9. 8:13 to go. Is it starting to feel like danger time for Drake at all?
Most definitely, because Texas Tech has dominated all the toughness categories. They've out-rebounded, they've outscored them in the paint. Second chance points, 11-0 in favor of Texas Tech. They've made more free throws. This would be a larger lead for the Red Raiders if it weren't for the fact that Drake's made 7 threes.
5 by Daniel Abreu. Drake ball shooting to our left out of the timeout. Combs inside the arc, in the short corner, backing down Elijah Hawkins. Into the lane he goes, he pivots, Combs puts it up from 8. No, Combs follows, got it back, and a foul called against Texas Tech. Combs working hard there on the offensive glass, and the foul goes against Kevin Overton.
Drake has had a lot of opportunities for floaters and pull-ups, runners in the lane, and it seemed they bounced around. They haven't been able to get a rhythm from there.
Combs inbounds from the left after Overton, the Drake transfer, picked up his second personal. Into Sturts. Throw it over his head to Mascari on the left wing. Combs touch it back to Sturts straight away against Hawkins. Sturts hooks it inside. Combs hangs against Anderson, and he banks it home from the left.
As he is left-handed, so Anderson allowed him to get to that strong right hand. We haven't mentioned Mascari. 0 points. A guy who averaged nearly 10. They need him to show up.
He shot it only twice tonight. 58-51 Texas Tech, under 7.5 to go. Hawkins yo-yos the dribble out front. Hook it to Anderson, back to Hawkins. Screen from Toppin. Hawkins back to Anderson on the left, guarded by Mascari. 5 to shoot. Anderson, a step back 3 off the front of the rim, and the rebound collected by Maniel.
Red Raiders would do themselves a favor, get JT Toppin a touch on the block.
Tech now 1 of 12 from 3. Sturts has it for Drake, front court left. Lob it to Combs, corner right side. Guarded by Hawkins, he jabs, he takes him to the elbow, back to the basket, skip it left corner for Abreu, guarded tightly by Overton. Abreu drives into the paint, 4 to shoot. Abreu pivots, turnaround jumper from 10. It dusts the front of the rim, and the rebound in the hands of Elijah Hawkins. Left to right for Tech. Overton steers it into the lane, throws it up from the right side. No, but a foul. It's on Cam Maniel of Drake, his second.
The sequence from Overton, not only that beautiful closeout to take away the shot from Abreu and then the aggressive drive. That's on his personal highlight reel, that last 2 possessions.
Speaking of personal, that's how Kevin Overton described this matchup, even though there is only 1 player remaining from the Drake team he was on last year. Overton missed the first free throw. Later on, we'll select the Smart Coaching Move of the Day, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast. from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. I think he meant it in a good way. He said that Ben McCollum recruited him to stay at Drake, but Overton wanted to make the jump, now in the Big 12, and a great role player off the bench for Tech this year.
I don't blame him at all, right? He's a 3-seeded team in Texas Tech, and he didn't know that Drake was just going to blow up. I don't think that would have changed his mind either way.
No. Overton split the pair. It's 59-51 Texas Tech. 6:25 mark, second half. Sturtz bounces right block for Combs, and Combs hits from bunny range.
Texas Tech defense really got caught ball watching, which I understand. Bennett Sturtz in the lane is dangerous.
59-53. Drake down 6. Texas Tech with the ball. Here's a touch for Toppin. Down low on the right block. He lasers it left. Hawkins no look. Inside. Williams banks it home. And Hawkins puts up the goggles over his eyes. X-ray vision from Elijah Hawkins. He's got 7 assists. And it's 61-53 Texas Tech. 5:50 to go in the game. Sturtz at the left elbow with it for Drake. He doubles to his right. He bounces in the lane to Cam Manyow. Back to Sturtz on the right wing. Chest pass Mascari, left of the circle. Over to the right side. Sturtz, off balance 3, no good. And Toppin swipes the rebound. Ahead to Overton, up the near side of the floor, left to right. Overton fires it to Hawkins on the left. 5:23 remaining in Wichita. Texas Tech by 8. Sweet 16 trip hangs in the balance. Williams high post left, goes between the legs, bounce it to Toppin. Good position inside against Manyow. He turns and scores with the left. JT Toppin continues to punish Drake. 23 points, and it's the first double-digit lead of the night. 63-53, Texas Tech.
Toppin's, that's only his 3rd shot of this half after shooting 10 times in the first.
Sturtz slashes into the lane for Drake, met by Toppin, who swallowed him up. Another block by Toppin. Red Raiders take it. 4:43 to go. Hawkins walks across half court. Guarded by Cale Combs.
This play is called Elbow JT for Toppin. It's going to be in isolation, however they can get it to him.
That's from the whiteboard held by Chris Nottingham, one of Texas Tech's assistants on the far sideline. 5 to shoot. Hawkins instead to the left corner. Kerwin Walton. Shot clock dwindling. Now to Toppin, and he's fouled going up center of the lane. It got to JT Toppin eventually.
The All-American is a ball magnet, and they have really paid attention, more attention this time to make sure that he's getting the touches and he's creating the offense. He's a willing passer, Ted. He's not a black hole down there.
Ted Emmerich and Casey Jacobson here at our Granger broadcast position in Wichita, Kansas. Stay on top of your game with Granger. Get the industrial-grade products right when you need them to help your business move forward when you call 1-800-GRANGER or click Granger.com. 63-53. The 3-seed Texas Tech leads the 11-seed Drake. 4:21 to go. We're in the West region. Winner to play the 10-seed Arkansas Thursday in San Francisco in the regional semifinals. Toppin swishing the first free throw. He's got 24 points and 12 rebounds.
And 3 blocks. Don't forget about those. He's been a monster.
The lefty fires the second free throw. Also good. 64-53 Texas Tech. 65-53, beg your pardon. And the Texas Tech fans are on their feet. Sturtz across the timeline for Drake. Keeps a low dribble with his left hand against Hawkins. Pick and roll, bounce it to Banks. Met by Toppin. A foul this time as Banks went flying to the hardwood.
Really felt like a must-score possession for Drake. This game is starting to kind of slip away from them. One of the best things they can do, obviously, shoot a 3, make a 3. Second best thing, get to the foul line where you can put points on the board with the clock stopped and maybe get some pressure, too.
Tavion Banks was slow to get up. Mitch Mascari, his teammate, just patted him on the chest. And Banks walking to the line gingerly for his free throws. Banks 70% on the season. First trip to the line tonight. First free throw rattles in. Robinhood Gold gets you a 3% boost on annual IRA contributions. The new gold standard is here. Sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. 65-54 Texas Tech. Banks uncorks the second off the back of the rim. Banks following his own miss. Coming in from the left, and he's fouled again. Toppin going for the block. And Tavion Banks will park himself right back at the line. This time the foul is on Overton, his third.
And Overton looks at Grant McCaslin, his head coach, and taps his chest, said, that was my bad. He's the one that missed the block out, and then he compounded it by fouling Banks again.
Banks pops in the first free throw here. 65-55 Texas Tech. We're at the 4:04 mark of the second half. Banks blue undershirt underneath his jersey and tights spilling out of his shorts as Banks knocks down the second. So it's 65-56 Drake, back within single digits, 4 minutes to go. Hawkins up the middle of the floor, right-handed dribble for Texas Tech.
We got Banks guarding Hawkins right now. Interesting.
Williams guarded by Maniau. Short corner left. He turns baseline. Williams powers past him for two more, and he flexes his way up the floor. Darian Williams now with 26. Texas Tech up 67-56. Sturts out front, hook it inside. Tavion Banks, mid-block against Williams here. Banks turns, right-handed hook is short, but a foul. And Darian Williams has words for Tavion Banks as the foul is called here. Wide smile on the face of Williams, but he let him know something as we hit an official timeout. 3:29 to go. Texas Tech 67, Drake 56. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
O'Reilly. Protect your vehicle's engine with Syntec and O'Reilly Auto Parts. Syntec Premium Full Synthetic Motor Oil is formulated for today's engines. Right now, get 5 quarts of Syntec Full Synthetic and a MicroGuard Select Oil Filter for just $32.99. In-store only, limit supplies. See store for details. Choose Syntec exclusively at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Listen up, fellow Gen Xers. Elizabeth Banks here. The recommended age for pneumococcal pneumonia vaccination has been lowered to 50 and older, even if you're healthy. It's up to us to lead the way. We've done this before. Music videos, fanny packs, even the World Wide Web. Let's do it again and get vaccinated, because we're at over 6 times greater risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Gen X, this is our shot. Visit VaxAssist.com and schedule a vaccine today. Sponsored by Pfizer.
When the grass starts growing, it's time to get mowing with Steel. Whether you're shaping up a small yard or tackling serious acreage, Steel mowers are built to get the job done. Shop in-store or online for 0% financing and instant rebates on select Steel mowers. Steel, let's go mow. Available for limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
The Texas Tech band played Not Like Us of Kendrick Lamar during the timeout. They have to do it, facing Drake. They're up 67-56 with 3:29 remaining here in Wichita. Let's check the tournament summary. Sponsored by Marriott Bonvoy. Take your game day rituals on the road with Marriott Bonvoy. Over 30 hotel brands for every kind of fan. Explore more at MarriottBonvoy.com/NCAA. Texas Tech has ascended to a basketball power in the last decade. If they win, if they hang on here, it'll be the Red Raiders' 4th trip to at least the Sweet 16 in the last 7 NCAA tournaments. And by the way, with their 3rd different head coach in that span, from Chris Beard to Mark Adams to Grant McCaslin.
It's pretty incredible when you put it like that. And we're not saying that it doesn't matter who the coach is. We're saying that this program has real basketball tradition, real basketball pride, and they go out and get good coaches. Grant McCaslin hopes to be here for a very long time.
Banks at the line for Drake. He drills the first free throw to make it 67-57. Banks now in double figures with 10. The alpha mentality off the bench, in the words of Ben McCollum. Knocks down the second free throw, 67-58. 3:26 left as Hawkins saunters left to right for the Red Raiders. Hawkins turns on the Jets to the right short corner. To Williams, right of the circle. Back to Hawkins, bumped by Mannion, and a foul called. Mannion with his third personal, and it's the 7th team foul against Drake, which means free throws 1-1 for Elijah Hawkins, who's 7 of 7 tonight.
Drake defensively trying to switch all ball screens, and that's fine, but then you're going to ask your center, Mannion, to try and keep Elijah Hawkins in front, and he couldn't do it on that last possession.
Hawkins bends his knees, lets it go, and the front end is good. One more for Hawkins.
Led the Big 12 in assists this year, 13th in the country, right? And when you have a powerful offense like the Texas Tech Red Raiders do, you better have somebody at the controls that knows what they're doing and is experienced.
And as Grant McCaslin told us yesterday, the reason that Texas Tech has improved on defense as well, as Hawkins misses the second free throw short. We welcome those of you just joining us across our network. 3:10 to go. It's 68-58 Texas Tech. Sturtz fires a three straight on. Too strong. Back tap to Mascari. Fall away three from 24. That's short. Loose ball right baseline. Out of bounds. Belongs to Texas Tech. Mannion diving for it for Drake. Bulldogs last to touch it.
Texas Tech doing a really nice job on Bennett Sturtz, Drake's star player. He's 1 for 5 from 3 after making all 3 of his deep balls in their first round win against Missouri. Everything's contested, Ted.
Sturtz has 15 points to go with 8 assists. Texas Tech has worked inside all night. Darian Williams has it on the left wing. He's got 26. JT Toppin with 25. Anderson left of the circle 3. On target. Anderson makes it 71-58 Texas Tech, 2.5 to go. Largest lead. Pass to the perimeter for Drake. Tipped away, out of bounds. Still belongs to Drake. Texas Tech player going flying. It is Hawkins right into the lap of Tom McCarthy, our Westwood One colleague who's calling the game tonight on TNT. Wow.
Tom McCarthy was ready to take the charge, by the way. I was impressed with his footwork.
He was in position.
He was in position.
Legal guarding position.
And he was willing to put his body on the line. Respect.
Hawkins was trying to come up with a steal, at least save it to a teammate. Still belongs to Drake here. 2:20 to go. Sturtz curves to his right. Feeds a cutting Howard. Dribbles underneath the basket. Handed to Mascari. Takes the left baseline. Got Toppin off his feet. Goes reverse side. Scoop high over the backboard, but a foul called with 2:14 remaining. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, your home for the national championships. Mascari, an 85% foul shooter. His first free throw rimmed out. It's 71-58, the 3-seed Texas Tech on top of the 11-seed Drake. Mascari's second free throw in and out as well. Missed them both. Score remains 71-58. Texas Tech has it. Hawkins up the far side, left to right. Guarded by the freshman Isaiah Howard. Hawkins got the step all the way to the rim. He scoops it home. Hawkins with 14.
McCaslin was trying to call a timeout. The referee didn't see him.
Sturtz across the timeline for Drake. Hawkins guarding him tightly, and a foul called at the 150 mark. Drake's in the bonus as well here. So 1-1 for Bennett Sturtz. And Grant McCaslin is talking with Marcus Pettigrew, one of the officials, like, didn't you see me? I was calling timeout.
And he was standing on the floor, too. He almost tripped the ref. This is a Drake team. Obviously, this game is starting to slip away from them a little bit. Only a minute and 50 seconds to go. They're not a team that is built to come from behind in a deficit like this because of the pace that they play at, and they like to play half-court defense, not press.
And now Grant McCaslin calls a timeout. We'll step aside as well. 1:50 to go. Texas Tech 73, Drake 58. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
This is the story of the one. He's responsible for keeping a leading healthcare facility clean and safe. And he trusts Grainger's high-quality HVAC cleaning and safety products, combined with their world-class supply chain, to consistently deliver, ensuring he's covered inside and out, so he can focus on keeping his facility clean to help protect the health of everyone inside. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Ball above all. Am I right, y'all? Any questions?
Professor, NCAA Division I women's basketball is back. Are we ready?
You prepared to get loud? Rep your squad? Get your players hyped up to go all the way to the ship? Oh, you're ready. March Madness. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Buy your seats today at ncaa.com/WBB tickets.
Texas Tech opening up a 73-58 lead over Drake. 1:50 remaining here in Wichita. Do you like your protein crunchy, chewy, salty, or sweet? If you've got goals, Quest has cheats. From bars to protein milkshakes to chips and crackers, Quest Nutrition is big on protein, low on sugar, and huge on flavor. It's basically cheating. Ted Emmerich, Casey Jacobson with you. Free throws for Bennett Sturts of Drake out of the timeout, 1-1. But Texas Tech can see the Sweet 16 on the horizon now. Their largest lead of the game, up 15. Sturts, front end of the 1-1, got it. 16 points, 8 assists, but Casey Sturts, 16 points on 17 shots as Texas Tech has made him work tonight.
Yeah, and when you talk about Sturts, you talk about his efficiency, and Texas Tech has made him work for everything. He missed his second of 2 foul shots. That was his first trip to the foul line, too. He hasn't been able to get anything easy.
Pressure in the backcourt from Drake. Hawkins has it, 3/4 court. Pass deflected by Banks, and a 10-second call. So it is a turnover by Tech. Drake ball with 1:37.
I would say that whistle blow actually helped Texas Tech, because that was going to be a pick 6, possibly a 2-on-1 race to the rim. Instead, Drake's got to take it out on the side.
Right in front of us, Isaiah Howard sends it in to Banks, hand it to Sturts, coming around the corner, right-handed scoop, good. Down the lane line, timeout Ben McCollum and Drake, 1:32 to go. And the lead is 12, 73-61. Timeout here with just over 90 seconds to play. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
I need new rotors.
When you buy 2 Duralast rotors during our spring sale, you get Duralast brake pads free.
Free?
With the rotors.
Well, that's great. What if I need extra stopping power?
You can upgrade to Duralast Gold pads for just $10.
So Duralast pads are free?
Yep.
And an upgrade is just $10?
That's right. Part of the spring sale at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Later on, we'll select the Smart Coaching Move of the Day, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. 73-61, Texas Tech over Drake. Second round here in Wichita, 1:32 to go. Drake sets up its press, inbounding in the backcourt, left to right. Williams has it far side to the near side, Hawkins. They play catch back and forth, crossing the timeline. Ahead to Anderson now, and back to Hawkins. And he's fouled by Isaiah Jackson on the C in March with 1:19 remaining. It will be 1-1 coming up.
Texas Tech All-American J.T. Toppin has been on the bench. He's massaging his right leg at the very end of the bench. And Grant McCaslin's chosen to go with 5 guards, which is smart. You're breaking the pressure, right? And all 5 guys can handle it.
And all can shoot at the line if the foul game is how it's going to be. Hawkins, 8 of 9 at the stripe tonight. Bends his knees, front end of the 1-and-1, a swish. I think Texas Tech fans are tired of hearing right leg injuries. Darian Williams has been dealing with that for the last month. Now J.T. Toppin getting the Theragun on the calf.
Yeah, Chance McMillan not playing. His is not a right leg injury. It's an upper body injury. But, yeah, this Texas Tech team is not healthy right now.
Hawkins sticks the second. The lead is 75-61 for the Red Raiders. 1:16 left. Sturtz high left with it for Drake. Top of the arc, Isaiah Howard driving against Williams. Fell down, got it to Abreu. Turnaround left elbow jumper is short. Banks got his fingertips on it. Williams wrestles it away, and Williams lets out a scream as he's fouled with 1:04 left. Darian Williams and JT Toppin, for that matter, have been too much for Drake.
And I've been following these two young players since their careers started in the Mountain West, respectively. Darian Williams started at Nevada, playing for head coach Steve Alford, won the Freshman of the Year in the Mountain West 2 seasons ago. And then last year, JT Toppin won it at New Mexico for Richard Pitino, won the Freshman Mountain West Player of the Year. And now both of them are here at Texas Tech, and they continue to wreck the Big 12, too.
I like to say wreck them in Lubbock, and they have certainly wrecked the lane here tonight against Drake. Williams hitting the first. He's got 27. Toppin has 25. Williams with one more. He spins the ball in his hands, lets it fly, front red board, and down. 77-61 as we near the final minute. Largest lead of the game for the Red Raiders. Sturtz fires a left wing three. Good! Bennett Sturtz with just his second made three of the game. It's 77-64. Hawkins left to right for Tech. He sprints ahead. He dribbles to the perimeter left side. Feeds Williams. Doubled. Hook it to Overton. Into the right corner. Christian Anderson. Bounce it to Overton. Drake's backing off. 40 seconds left. Williams has it. High left. Grant McCaslin communicating with him. Pops some gum in his mouth. Just pass it around here. Williams does shoot from the hash mark. It's off the front of the rim, and Sturtz has it. Now the shot clock is dark with 20 seconds. Sturtz crosses the timeline here. Oh, he motioned for a timeout. There are 4 Drake subs at the scorer's table, and there will be a stoppage here with 15.9.
Bennett Sturtz just threw the ball out of bounds because there wasn't going to be a timeout. He just threw it out of bounds so that now we can empty the benches and get some guys some quality minutes out here, or at least quality 16 seconds. How about that? It means something to him, though, Ted, these guys.
And it means something to Bennett Sturtz, who is hugging every one of his teammates, every member of the coaching staff. What a season he has enjoyed. His first at the Division I level. Really a star-making last week plus. Going back to the Missouri Valley tournament. His game in the first round, and of course, he's certainly not done. The junior from Liberty, Missouri. But tonight belongs to Texas Tech. Kerwin Walton has it. 5 seconds. He pounds the left-handed dribble. 2-1. And the final second ticks away. The hashtag for Texas Tech is TTW. Toughest team wins. They had to be the toughest team to make it out of Wichita this weekend, beating UNCW in the first round. And now the Drake Bulldogs, who captured the imagination of the country over the last week. Texas Tech wins 77-64. And the Red Raiders advance to the Sweet 16 for the 4th time in the last 7 tournaments. It'll be Texas Tech and Arkansas in the regional semifinal Thursday in San Francisco.
Big time win. Look, Texas Tech has played 2 completely different games in this tournament here in Wichita. On Thursday, they shot 46 threes. They made enough of them to win. Tonight, it was the exact opposite. They pounded the lane, and they rode their 2 biggest players, Darian Williams and Jacob Toppin. They shot over 65% inside the arc. So the versatility on display. Texas Tech can beat you in multiple ways.
77-64, the final score. Darian Williams ending up with 28 points, just short of his career high. He had a 30-point game against Kansas. Also had 6 rebounds, 5 assists tonight. Remember, had to exit for part of the second half. Went to the locker room to get that right leg checked out. He had been in and out of the lineup here late in the season, missed a couple of games, but Darian Williams returned to close this one out. We check some of the stats, sponsored by Intuit TurboTax. With TurboTax, now Taxes is getting an expert who files your taxes for you, so you can stay locked in on the madness. Intuit TurboTax, now this is Taxes. His teammate JT Toppin had 25 points and 12 rebounds. Tech shooting 54% as a team. They make only 2 threes in 14 attempts, but they win here tonight, and they're on to the Sweet 16. And D5 Darian Williams joins us now. Darian, first of all, congratulations on the win. You guys go from shooting 46 threes in the first round to pounding this team. Drake inside. You and JT Toppin were so huge. What was your reaction when you realized what the game plan was going to be here tonight?
I think for me personally, my shot was off yesterday, so I just wanted to get inside out. So just going inside, I knew we had a few mismatches in there, and we just took advantage of it. And JT is a great player. That's the Big 12 Player of the Year for a reason.
Yeah, you guys have played 2 different games, but I feel like it's showing off your versatility, Darian, that you guys can play an up-tempo, you guys can play a slow, you can play a physical game. How versatile would you describe your team?
Man, I think we played in all those games like you described all season, so I think there's none we haven't seen, so I think that fits us for the tournament. I don't know who won that other game, so I don't know who we play next week.
It's Arkansas.
All right, so we'll probably be up and down again. So, I mean, we'll just be ready for it. Whatever. Coaches always have us prepared. We go through practice. They spend hours and hours and hours on film to make sure we're ready, so I think that's why.
Darian, you had to exit in the second half with that injury you've been managing over the last month or so. How are you feeling now coming out of the game?
I'm good. You're going to have to cut my leg off for me not to play, so I'm all good.
Darian, congratulations, and off to the Sweet 16.
Appreciate you guys.
Darian Williams with 28 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists in Texas Tech's 77-64 win over Drake. Time now to select the player of the game, sponsored by Lowe's. Lowe's knows what makes SpringFest savings even better are member-only doorbuster deals. Shop these limited-time savings before they're gone. Lowe's, they help you save. All right, who's it going to be? Either D5, Darian Williams, or JT Toppin?
There's only 2 choices, right? I'm going to go with JT Toppin just because when he gets touches, this offense really opens up. Now, D5 did his job. When he had his isolation situations, he took advantage. But still, I would always say, watching Texas Tech play, they're an inside-out team, and that starts with Toppin, who had 25 points on 11 of 13 from the field. He was also really active on the defensive end. He always gobbles up rebounds, but he had 3 blocks. I just thought, overall, I don't remember JT Toppin making any mistakes at all. And in this kind of game against a very good Drake team, you need your All-American to be an All-American. He wasn't really given that opportunity on Thursday because of all the double teams. He was given that opportunity tonight, and he stepped up.
With his 17th double-double of the year, 2 of them coming here in Wichita, Toppin was 17 of 21 from the field in the 2 games here at Intrust Bank Arena. And now Texas Tech is on to the second weekend of the NCAA tournament with a 77-64 win over Drake. When we return, we'll have more of the All-State postgame report. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Whether you're shaping up a small yard or tackling serious acreage, Steel walk-behind, zero-turn, and stand-on mowers are built to get the job done. Shop online or at your local Steel dealer. Steel, let's go mow. Available at participating dealers.
To win in basketball takes a can-do spirit. So shave with Barbasol and inspire your team. Raise that red, white, and blue can and yell, "We can do this." If it doesn't work, you still got a great shave. Barbasol, it's a can of can-do.
Taxes was feeling so stuck. Sitting in traffic, squeezing into a parking spot, all to squeeze in getting tax help during your lunch break. Now Taxes is a TurboTax expert who does your taxes for you, while you go about your day getting real-time notifications about their progress and the most money back guaranteed. Now this is Taxes. Intuit TurboTax. Get an expert now on TurboTax.com. Only available with TurboTax Live full service, real-time updates only in iOS mobile apps. See guarantee details at TurboTax.com/guarantees.
This is the story of the one. As a quality technician in a food processing center, she knows that making the right call is the best way to avoid a recall. That's why she trusts Grainger's world-class supply chain to deliver the high-quality supplies she needs to help keep her production line, her equipment, and her customers happy and healthy. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I'm at a smoothie bar asking people if they'd switch smoothies with me for $574.
Oh, I'll switch.
So what about $574 if you switch your home insurance to Allstate?
That's a headache.
Nope, it's painless.
Oh, so it's easy money.
Yep, check Allstate first and you could save hundreds on quality home insurance today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Not available in every state. Based on the national average annual savings for new home insurance customers surveyed in 2023 who switched to Allstate and reported savings. Savings vary.
Welcome to the Tournament Post-Game Show on Westwood One, sponsored by Allstate. Wish you could save on home insurance? With Allstate, you could easily save and get quality protection. Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
In the West Region, the 3-seed Texas Tech has moved on to the Sweet 16 with a 77-64 win over the 11-seed Drake. Ted Emmert, Casey Jacobson with you from Wichita. Put the final bow on this one. We check the attendance, sponsored by Uber Eats. Uber Eats is delivering game day deals from hundreds of your local favorites all week. Order now on Uber Eats. Product availability varies by region. See app for details. There are 14,869 in attendance here in Wichita, just under a sellout. Great crowd for the first game. Should be a great one for the second game as well. Houston and Gonzaga. But, putting the finishing touches on this one for Drake, Casey, and the run they put together this year, ending at 31-4. It's a school record 31 wins for Ben McCollum in his first year at the Division I level, bringing 4 of his players from Northwest Missouri State. And can only imagine what that group can do now moving forward.
A special season. They were so entertaining because of their style and their execution. However, as is the culture in college basketball, when a coach like Ben McCollum starts to rise, a lot of people are going to be knocking at his door, so it'll be interesting to see what happens in the future. But it was a pleasure to have a front row seat to watch Bennett, Sturtz, and company dissect defenses, but eventually they ran into a Texas Tech team that was just too powerful.
77-64 Texas Tech over Drake. Time.
The tournament is here. March Madness is here. The craziness is here. Don't forget, hit that like button down below and share this link out so we can get more basketball fans here in the chat, hanging out with us, cheering on your favorite team.
Blake steals it and lays it in. Clayton a good look. Hit 6.
Check out our new website, www.torontosportsinsider.com, and check out the link that is in the description as well as in the chat that shows where all of the live viewers are watching from. Are you an insider yet? Have you hit that subscribe button? I bet you have now. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for checking out our Bracket Mania campaign. A lot more coming up soon.
Stepping a towel. They're going to compete. Raiders just haven't been able to do so. Bernard Thompson with a three.
This is over. What a great scene this is.
Stunning. Absolutely stunning.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. This is Joe Bowen, the voice of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Thanks for chatting it up and enjoying this March Madness live hangout with us.
And an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
For a limited time at Verizon, you can get our best price ever. That's 4 lines on unlimited welcome for just $25 a line per month with autopay plus taxes and fees. You'll also get the new iPhone 16 Pro, 4 of them for the entire family when you trade in up to 4 phones from our top brands. That's a new phone for everyone, only on the network you can count on. Verizon. Visit a store today. 20 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Additional terms apply for phone offer. See Verizon.com for details.
Brad Heller back in the Westwood One Broadcast Center in Los Angeles. Texas Tech going to its 4th Sweet 16 in the last 7 tournaments. The Red Raiders, the 3 seed in the West, over the 11 seed Drake, 77-64. All right, let's check the scoreboard. The number 1 overall seed Auburn was down at halftime to the 9 seed Creighton, 37-35. But the Tigers have come out with a bit of an attitude to start the second half.
Room up the floor. Baker Bazaar was screaming toward left corner. Jones up top, pops a three. Got it! Rattle it down. Auburn only hit 3 threes in the first. It takes a 38-37 lead.
John Sadak on the call. The 14th lead change in that ball game. 45-42 Auburn on top of Creighton. 4 minutes into the second half. You can hear that one on the Westwood One Sports app. Also on all Alexa-enabled devices. Winner of that one's going to take on the Michigan Wolverines on Friday in Atlanta. The 5 seed in the South beat the 4 seed Texas A&M 91-79. Wolverines were down 10 with 13 minutes to go and then shut down A&M. The Aggies made just 4 of their last 16 shots, and Michigan was able to pull away. Roddy Gale Jr., 26 points, 21 in the second half for Michigan. St. John's in Arkansas, of course, the Hall of Fame head coaching matchup, Rick Pitino and John Calipari. Arkansas's largest lead in this game was 13 in the second half. St. John's tried to battle back, cut it to 2, had a couple of chances to tie, missed those shots, and the Razorbacks got a big clutch basket when they needed it.
7 and shoot for Arkansas. Wagner working right, squeezing to the rim, and he scores on a driving layup. Arkansas by 6 with 2:10 to go in the game.
Chris Carino on the call. Arkansas was able to hold on 75-66. The Red Storm, their 10-game winning streak coming to an end. St. John's had more field goal attempts, more free throw attempts, and more rebounds, yet John Calipari's team found a way to sneak by the Red Storm to get to the Sweet 16. So what was the message to his team?
I said prior to the game, how about we give ourselves a chance to make some magic? Let's just go fight like heck, play free and loose. Whatever it happens, happens, but let's go see if we can create magic. And that's what I said before the game. And at halftime it was first 5 minutes. We all know they're a second half playing team if you watch them. Like, the numbers are crazy what they do in the second half of games. So we were going to have to do some stuff, and we made plays.
And if St. John's, which had come back so many times this season, was going to do it down the stretch, it was going to be without R.J. Lewis, the Big East Player of the Year, on the bench for the final 5 minutes. 3 of 17 shooting. Rick Pitino said he just went with other guys. It wasn't Lewis's day. It wasn't the Red Storm's day. And a terrific dream season comes to an end at 31-5. And John Calipari now 3-2 against Pitino, all-time in the tournament. Arkansas on to the Sweet 16. It'll be Arkansas and Texas Tech coming up on Thursday in San Francisco. Purdue, 3 Sweet 16s the last 4 years. The Boilermakers jumped out to a 27-11 lead on McNeese and never looked back. 76-62 the final score. The Cowboys' 12-game winning streak is over. Will Wade's tenure as McNeese coach also over, reportedly getting a 6-year deal to go to NC State. And Purdue, meanwhile, they're going to Indy. They're going to take on either Houston or Gonzaga coming up on Friday.